All right, hello everybody. Greetings and good morning and good afternoon and good evening to everybody out there. Welcome to the live stream of the official PvP Championship, the War of Divisions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Championship 2023, the Ovis Cup. My name is Justin. I'm the community manager for the game, and I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to see everybody out there joining the live streams today. We're on multiple platforms, so hello to everybody out there watching. And of course, we have a Europe friendly time slot here today. So greetings to everybody out there in Europe. I think we have some participants today from France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Portugal, and the UK. So greetings, hello to everybody. And of course, we have the always lovely and always enthusiastic Auronnj joining us today.
Hey. Yeah, guys, it's actually the morning here. So for once I get to say good morning, and it's not like a meme or something. It yes. Really is the morning. We're drinking coffee and playing War of the Vision. So feels good to be here and excited for another official match.
Yes, this is a very friendly time for Auronnj. It's very early for me. I had to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. That is many hours before I usually wake up, but that's okay. So yeah, before we dive into the matches, we got some information to go over here. And just FYI, I just wanted to say there's about a 30-second delay on the stream, just because it's a manual battle tournament, just in case anybody's wondering. Anyway, we've got some info to get through before we dive into the matches today, so let's take a look. So, the War of the Divisions FFBE Championship 2023 is an official PvP World Championship that will be held throughout the year, concluding with the World Finals in December, which we're coming up on. There will be regional qualifiers alternating from auto and manual battle modes in time zone friendly areas throughout the world. Of course, this means that you can not only register in the time zone that you reside in, you can register in any of them, and all players that meet the requirements will be eligible to participate in any of the qualifiers. So, you guys have seen this screen a lot, but this is the roadmap for the regional qualifiers in the Championship 2023. We are on September 16th. So this is the Ovis Cup. Next up, we have on October, we have the Auto Battle Last Chance Qualifier. So anybody that participated in previous tournaments is going to be able to join again if they would like a second chance at qualifying for the World Tournament. And then on November 11th, we have the manual version of that. So yes, please look forward to that. We may see. Yeah, it's hard to believe that we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th one, not counting the New Year's one. So I think we would be at 8 technically. This is our 8th
that's
PvP
crazy.
live stream.
Oof, feels good.
Indeed, indeed. So we're coming up very quickly on the World Finals here. You can see the full schedule. We've got the Saiga Cup coming up and the Guga Cup. So yes, please sure to pencil down those dates so you have them available. Next up, just a friendly reminder here on the World Finals prizes. The championship, or the champion, is going to get 100,000 Visior, a trophy, a quest featuring their party, an in-game title, and a Discord title. And second place is going to get 50,000 Visior, and third place will get 25,000 Visior. Or a lot of Visior to go around, regardless if you got first, second, or third place, which is very good. And yeah, so I know I've asked you this a few times before, Auronnj. What do you think of the tournament? Does the Visior entice potentially you?
So one thing about shoutcasting the tournaments is I would enter every single one of these and then probably lose, but I would enter every single one of these and play because 100,000 Viz, heck, 25,000 Viz is a nice, like, heck, that's almost like, even if I got unlucky and had like full pity a unit, that's close to, that's almost getting there.
Yep.
I wish. That the trophies though, okay, like what I really want though is like behind me, you can't a green screen right now, but back here, I'd sure love to have one of those trophies sitting on that shelf, for everybody to see.
You have a 1-of-1 tie.
I do. True. Yes.
Speaking of some prizes and gifts, let's jump on in, take a look at what people are getting here today. So the first place winner is going to get an in-game title, the Achiever of Glory 2023. A place in the World Finals, of course. We'll do an interview with them later on Discord. They'll also get a Discord title for the PvP Discord and the Ovis Cup trophy that you can see right there. Second place, they'll get a title as well, and then every other contestant will get their own title, and then everybody that participates today will get a PvP Championship t-shirt, which I am wearing underneath my hoodie. So very cool. So refresher here on the match rules for the manual tournaments. So this is a single elimination tournament, and it is auto off, of course, though they can turn it on later in the match if they would like to. The speed is 1.5 times, and I know people sometimes set it to 2 times, 1.5 only. Initial placement is, of course, allowed, and there are no changes allowed in formation under any circumstances, no matter what, once you join the room. Cost limit is 230, and it must include at least 1 MR or rarity or lower rarity unit, and Quicken is, by no surprise, nullified as well. So we're going to be watching some best of 3 starting out, and then once we get into the finals, it will be a best of 5.
Yes, sir.
And just a reminder here of the code of conduct. So to ensure a fair and safe environment, we request that players respect the rules of the game and do not cheat or exploit any unintended advantages. All matches will be recorded and judged. If any instances of unfair gameplay are discovered, 1 or more of the following penalty measures will be applied. There will be a warning, forfeiture of the prize title, disqualification from the tournament, and suspension or ban from competitive play. And then, purposely attempting to crash the game after a match is strictly prohibited. If such behavior from a player is identified, they will be considered disqualified. A player may also be barred from entering any future official tournaments if they have been determined to be acting in bad faith by the management staff. If there's any reason to suspect misconduct, the management staff may return to the log for review after the tournament. If misconduct by a player is identified, they will be penalized as stated in the rules. All right, so now that that's out of the way, we've got some viewer rewards here. I've seen a little bit of confusion on how this works. So this is not concurrent viewers during the live stream. This is tallied up views across our VODs or our video on demands here. So these will be counted until September 26th. So we've got 10 days to go view the videos. We've got 8,000, 10,000, and 13,000 views. So 50 gill snappers, 3 shardless purple, and 1 shardless yellow for those milestones. So check it out. Get those views up so we can all get rewards. Next up here, we've got the secret keyword back by popular demand. I know last time was maybe a little confusing how that worked. So this works as it did previously. We will show a secret keyword a little bit later in the broadcast. And if you fill out the form, you will be given 100 scrolls of vicissitude as long as you enter the correct keyword. There's only 1 keyword this time. So just stay tuned and get ready for that. It'll be maybe in about an hour and a half or so, if I were to guess.
You probably have some insider info there too, I would think, right? Like,
what do you mean?
Probably a good guess. I would say that's a good guess for when this thing is going to drop. If you were to guess,
yes,
I'd say I trust your guess. I have a good feeling about your guess.
We'll let you know. I know there will be some comments asking when it is, so just stay tuned. All right, and next up, we're closing in on 5,000 members on the Discord. I know a lot of people out there are really wanting UR Visogenic Antlers, so this is your opportunity to get 3 of them. So invite your mom and your dad and your sister and your cousins and your friends. Share the QR code around school, print it off, stick it on the wall of your school or work so people can join. Once we get 5,000, then everybody will get those Visogenic Antlers, and we'll have a more active PvP Discord. So please do that. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. And next up here, we've got a... Ooh.
Oh my gosh, look at that guy. The one on the right.
Oh, yes.
William. Yeah.
But yeah, so before we get into the battles, we have a special announcement for our very own special guest here, Auronnj. He will be hosting a PvP consultation for manual battle tournaments, just like he did with the auto one. So how did that auto one go, by the way?
Dude, it was really fun, actually, getting people on stream. It was hard to keep the time limit. Like, we were trying to do an hour and a half, and definitely the first couple people who got in maybe ran a little long, but it's just because we were having such a good time. And this time it's going to be me and Ready Player Will. So hey, look, we're going to be hanging out, talking PvP. Just show up, and especially if you're one of the people selected, it was a lot of fun the last time. This one will be even more fun, I think.
Awesome. That sounds great. So yes, Auronnj and Ready Player will be doing the live stream. Just like before, please fill out the form, the application form, for a chance to appear on the live stream. The form will be open until September 20th at 11 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. So please be sure to fill it out by then. They'll be watching the official Discord server as well. So join in there, leave your chat messages, and hopefully any questions or messages that you have will be able to be answered or read on stream during the live stream. So there's a date, September 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific time on Auronnj's YouTube channel.
Like, look at Will's picture. It looks so like his like he has like perfect skin. It's like I'm gonna call that Photoshop. I'm gonna say there's no way he could have that perfect of like a complexion, but that's okay. I'll give it to him. Great picture, Will.
I think I know which picture this is, and when I think it was used for a previous Justin and Friends stream, and when he sent it to me, he said, "Hey, do you need me to Photoshop anything? I'm good at it."
Okay.
I think he had like a logo on a shirt that he had to Photoshop out. So
so there we go. My spidey senses were tingling. It just looks too perfect. But maybe he just looks that perfect. It could be that.
All
Sorry.
Right. It's all good. So let's take a look at the bracket here really quickly before we jump in. So we've had 8 participants today. And we have, I don't even want to try and pronounce some of these names. Anyway, we've got Sinello, Erishmelt, KG360. We've got FFD Choco, Z Method
Method Mahoney. Let's go with
Mahoney. There we go. Thank you. ID Frenzy and Django here. So you can see the ones that have participated or moved on so far is Erishmelt, Choco, Method Mahoney, and Frenzy.
Nice. And then, like you were saying, those are best of 3s in the semis and best of 5 in the finals, correct?
Yes, that is correct. So we'll be watching best of 3s starting out. Possibly we may have somebody that did not show up, so we'll see what's going on there. Maybe a little surprise. So we'll see what's going on there.
Okay. Surprises. I like surprises.
Indeed. Anyway, so we've got our first 2 participants here. We've got Erishmelt and Choco. So let's take a look at them as we get the rooms ready here. So let's take a look. Ouronnj, if you could, please.
Yeah, so first we got Erishmelt from France. Okay, so again, European time zone, European player right here. Favorite character, Velis, but goes for Swimsuit Jaden in the picture. I like that. Swimsuit Jaden, a very good unit. Sometimes I feel a little underrepresented, but cool looking bro right there. Message is shout out to my guildmates and our community. I think that's like the perfect message, because any online game is just made so much better by your friends and guildmates that play. So yeah, there we go. Representing France today, Erishmelt.
Yes, indeed. All right, so next up we have Choco running the Shadow Links.
Choco. So first of all, Choco, classic Final Fantasy name. Love it. Also from France. So 2 Frenchmen facing off, or French people. I guess I don't know if they're men, but 2 people from France facing each other in the first of our semifinals. Favorite character is Roberta. So throwing me a curveball as not an OG FFBE player. I don't know who Roberta is, but that's Choco's favorite player or favorite character. And then Praying Goddess Roberta once again, but goes with Shadow Links in the picture. I can, that's great. Shadow Links, one of the better MR units in the game. Somebody we all have experience with. I do love some Shadow Links. So France versus France to kick things off.
I like that. Battle of the century, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, oh man. If it was like France versus Germany, it would be like historically significant, but instead we're just going France versus France.
That's okay. We'll see how. Maybe they can get a nice croissant later on afterwards.
Okay, I'm not. Just you're trying to trap me again, trying to get me to start using. Nope.
But yeah, we're waiting for the room to set up here. Then we'll be diving into the PvP and taking a look. So we've had a lot of new unit releases that have come out. since the last time that we've had a manual battle tournament. Do you I know if this was an auto tournament, we would have seen probably a lot of maybe Elia and some others. We had the summer Glaciella as well. But this is manual, and manual is weird. So do you expect any of the recently released units to make an appearance?
So, okay, our last manual tournament was about 2 months ago, correct?
Yep. Yes.
So since then, like, Raph is a newer unit in the game since then, but I don't think we'll see her because I just think tanks are... I don't think you see as many tanks in manual. You have Jaden the Celebrated, who, for some reason, people sleep on how strong Jaden the Celebrated is, especially run with, like, other newer ice units, like Howlet or Reagan. Both of those are, like, extremely good partners for him. But once again, I've only seen them in auto. I doubt we see much Summer Glassy because, again, tanks in manual. I don't know. Elia, the Alabaster, is so strong. I would be surprised to not see her just for a long time to come in everything. There's no Quicken today, so there won't be... We don't have to worry about that. Like, when I say worry about that, I mean, like, we don't have to think about who's going to be, like, the perfect unit to be comboing in multiple turns, maybe timing double Quickens or something like that. So that's off the table. I would be... I bet you we do see some Elia. I would be surprised not to. I think she's just that good. Like, she
feels... What do you think she's going to be running with?
Ooh, that's tough. So if we're looking at, like, if we're going with an in-element team here, you see a lot of Alphons. And maybe we'll even see some strike teams with, like, the Elric brothers into Elia. That could be pretty good. I give them, like, vision card synergy is really good there. I think in manual, even if you're not quickening people, some kind of support unit is also, like... Yeah, when you can calculate the heals yourself and not rely on the AI, like, meeting a certain threshold, I think that's pretty powerful. So, okay, here we go. Now, we are seeing a unit who was a manual unit before and was really strong in Uni. Remember, like, I was super surprised by how strong Uni was in our last, I think it was a manual tournament. Maybe it was auto. Was Uni in the last auto tournament?
Anyway, yeah, she was. It was... I remember her being in the top left corner. Yes. She was tearing it up, or he was tearing it up.
He was, yeah. Uni with that haircut that throws us into a, yeah. Anyway, and we're getting a Bradley. So if you're looking at elements here, water and earth don't interact with each other in any special way. So nobody, if they are running true to the element right here, nobody has lucked into some kind of massive elemental advantage. But it could be vision card specific teams, like job-based teams. The further we get into this game, the more job-based vision cards we get. And it's taken a while. Like, it's something I feel like we speculated on a lot when these job-based vision cards started coming out. Then, really, with the Elric brothers and the Full Metal Alchemist vision cards coming in, you started to see these first iterations of job-based teams that could compete with high-level elemental teams. It makes fighting teams a lot harder. And then you see, like, Sword Red Mage, I want to say. There's got to be some decent Sword Red Mage teams out there. Now, in manual specifically, I don't know if there's a combination of 3, like, Sword Red Mage jobs that would just be super annoying to deal with in manual. We might run into that today. And I will try to see if I could, like, deduce what's going on with some of these teams, if possible, while we're going. But King Bradley, I mean, that's one of those Elia the Alabaster level picks to me, where it's like, I don't know what he does that's special in manual versus auto, but I do know that King Bradley just does a lot really hard. He gets a lot of turns, hits like a truck, has courage. I will say, though, courage and re-race, there's a lot of ways to remove that in the game. And when you're talking about manual play, well, it's not as hard to remove them because you just do it on purpose, right? You don't have to rely on the AI doing its, big brain calculations behind the scene. Okay, Choco has...
And you don't have to worry about the move being wasted before it should be, you know what I mean?
Right. Yes. And, like, units grouping up, you can group or not group. You don't have to worry about, well, the AI thinks I can do a lot more damage with barrage instead of re-raise remove arrow or whatever the name of the move is. So yeah, that's... So, okay, the thing that surprised me about Uni as we jump into this match was how much damage he did. Like, I was expecting him to be there just doing his like annoying things. He put out a ton of damage. And look, we are going to see Summer Glaze Shella. We're actually going to see 2 tanks right here. The Mont makes a lot of sense. Just, you know, cost limited comp. Mont is a very strong MR unit. So that makes some sense to me. He also does a lot of damage. And then we're seeing Summer Lilith. I would not have bet on a Summer Lilith, but you get that range advantage in manual play right here, which is a big deal. Bradley's going to be coming in there, crashing the party. So that should be good. Now, we do have to talk about, as E-Rush Melt right here is not actually taking any actions yet, there is a timer in manual play. We need to be conscious of the fact that, like, perhaps there could be nope, not a spectator bug. It's just going to be the buff.
Interesting. So, usually you see them move before.
Yes, that was definitely a little bit of delay right there. Buffs like that one and then not taking any action, you do see a lot of that in manual. So right there, Irash is just standing in the back, taking his time, saying, hey, I'm going to make sure to get my buffs online before I move in. Now, it does not look like Choco did initial placement. This seems like standard placement to me, just spread out. And that's fine. Maybe just saying, hey, I don't know where the enemy's going to be, so I'm just going to spread out and then I'll figure it out as I go. Miranda is a really interesting choice right here. Here's the deal with Miranda. She just got her Transcendence, I believe, this last week. She was really strong before that anyway. She has a long-range Water August spell that puts people to sleep. Sleep in manual PvP is much more powerful than it is in auto PvP. In auto, Miranda puts everybody to sleep, then somebody else takes a turn, wakes them all up with like an AoE attack or something like that. In manual, you put 2 people to sleep, you just leave them. You say, hey, y'all just stay sleeping for a while. I'm going to finish off your awake friend. And he's going to be real sad that you weren't there to help him. There's the courage buff from Bradley. So Bradley does start to move forward. The Mont got very far forward right here. Now, I would expect Lilith to just head up on top of this. Yeah, up on top of this little wall. She's going to look to use her range. I'm sure she's running like range passive abilities. And I'll pull up some info on these units so I can kind of talk about them as we go. But Summer Lilith in particular, sorry, got a little frog in my throat there. Okay, let's try to find some info on Lilith. She has the range. That's what I was trying to see. Shadowbind comes out. Does not land any status effects, but Uni takes very little damage from that. Very little damage, and then counters by popping bells of his own. So it looks like, to me, Choco's comfortable with saying, hey, my Uni's not just going to get blown up. And as an SR unit, that's a worry, right? You never want to see your SR units taking aggro from the enemy's DPS units early, but we live in a world now with Transcendence and Reincarnation, and perhaps this Uni has just been invested in heavily. Mont is going to use this limit break. Now, this limit break could be one of the newly upgraded limit breaks, or at least the option is on the table for that. It did a lot of damage. Mont got the CT up, so I think that does mean that it was upgraded. It's cheaper now to use, and it gives Mont that CT up after he uses it. And this Uni is taking a pounding. I think this Uni's finished, because if you look at the turn order, Bradley's going to go. He doesn't have the range to get to Uni, but Lilith has bells active and is chilling on top of that wall. She can easily tag Uni from back there. That will be a big help. Okay, Bradley's trying to calculate right now, like, where he wants to stand. If this is a good, okay, first of all, Uni's going to take damage right here, probably go down. But Bradley staying away from Mont was definitely a calculated play to avoid the AoE status effects from Miranda. She can put you to sleep. She also has her limit break, which is an AoE confusion. So you got to watch out for that as well. Lilith is going to go drain charge right here. That has the damage to take Uni down. So -1 Uni, and we're really quickly into a 2v3. Miranda's channeling a spell. Glassy's going to walk forward. Okay, in autoplay, Summer Glassy, very hard to kill, gives that aura to her teammates, making them hard to kill as well. But here, she does, that's what I was going to say. She's got stop. She has status effects. So, excuse me, as the Cura for Miranda misses, well, it just, Cura on a dead body doesn't do much. Anyway, tried to channel a Cura right there. Ended up that the cast time was unfortunately too long. And now Miranda going to separate a little bit. No, goes up high. Miranda can take advantage of her long range to try and make this a fight again. But seems like a little bit of trouble to me. And if she stands right there, Bradley's going to be able to hit them both with some AoE. She's channeling a spell. She's standing right there. It's probably another heal. Like, I imagine that movement is to bring both characters into range of a heal, anticipating taking a bunch of damage and then trying to heal it up. Okay, Bradley's turn. Calculated Rend is what the AI would do right here. He'd move up. Yeah, there it is. Calculated Rend just does it on the tank, though. I wonder if he wasn't... Oh, man, excuse me. I got like a frog in my throat here. I wonder if he wasn't anticipating a AoE cast or something from the Miranda. You just have to play these kind of mind games with your opponent in manual, guessing like, hey, what is she casting? Is she going for damage? Is she going for healing? We don't know, so I'm going to play it safe. Okay, here comes the limit break from Lilith. Big coconut shot right here. Hey, oh my gosh, sorry. I need to go get some water after this fight for some reason. It's going to be a fast cast. Okay, so not a heal or damage. It's actually haste onto the Glassy right there, who still has 7,000 HP and 33 AP. Now, she can't move. She's already got Mott stopped, so she's just going to go with a self-heal. That's really powerful. That's something I didn't anticipate seeing from her walking into a manual fight. She can take a bunch of damage. She's a threat because of her status effects and her reasonable amount of damage she can do, but she can also keep herself alive, kind of freeing up her team for everything else. Calculated Rend, once again, starts chaining on her again. She's back near half HP, but she's proving that she can take the damage and keep on ticking. The problem here for Choco is he's behind. There's 31 turns left, which seems like a lot, and it is a lot, but that Mott will eventually become unstopped. You can't just stand back there for the rest of this match, healing yourself and hoping that's enough to win. So Miranda does commit to the fight, goes with the thrust onto Mott. Mott goes down to about 35% HP. That's not too bad, and now it's Lilith's turn. 183 AP. She's got the range. We've already seen that she's got the range. She just like rain down damage. She does not have to worry about Glassy closing the gap on her because Glassy is immobilized. And she's going to go drain charge onto Miranda, 4,100 damage. That's big. And now Miranda's in that like danger zone that Bradley can probably finish her off next turn with some kind of big attack. Glassy's up next, 8,500 HP. 40 AP, enough TP to do any TP move that she wants to do. She's going to go sunscreen, give herself that protect and chain resist. Again, chain resist, don't sleep on that. That's a newer stat, or it's a newer effect in the game that is very powerful, especially with how many people have multi-hit attacks that stack elemental teams. Okay, Bradley moves up right here. What ERESH is doing is he's checking the damage number, saying, hey, does this kill anybody? Yeah, yes, it does. Miranda absolutely obliterated by that. And at this point, it feels kind of decided, right? 54 AP immobilized Glassy. I wonder if you don't just like hit next. You know, do you just like sit there and say, hey, I accept my fate. I'm just going to... yeah, you just die with honor right here, Glassy. Nope, she's going to go Graviton Strike. She says, I will go down fighting. Hits Bradley for like 4,000 damage. That's fine. Now Lilith with 161 AP will begin to bring those final couple turns. Shadowbind comes out, immobilizes her again. That immobilize on this map, especially a longer map like this, feels really impactful. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit more of that. Some range abusers, you could say, just immobilize your enemy and rain down arrows on them or bullets. Bradley steps up, Assault Blade, 3,300 damage, and it's Bradley. So no, he will not actually lap her. I'm so used to Bradley just getting 2 turns to every tank's 1 turn, but Glassy's got the stats to avoid that, but not the stats to avoid the drain card. Charge. Her courage pops, so she could heal herself right here and prolong things a little bit, or again fall on her own sword. Let's see what she chooses to do. Mott still hasn't got to do anything yet. Glassy, she's like, well, at least I got okay. You know what, normally I'd be very triggered by a reflex. In this case, it meant nothing. That meant absolutely nothing. It just means that Mott gets to do the finishing blow. So Mott, finally free from his stop, walks up to Glassy, killer Drain Blade, 785. Glassy goes down, and ERESH with the Earth team picks up the win in fight 1 of semifinal number 1. GG, yes. 1-0 series lead. And I am going to excuse myself to go get a glass of water and cure whatever is going on with my throat. I will be right back.
Good luck. But yeah, so I think given that wall there on each side, I think we'll probably see a lot of ranged characters, I would imagine. A lot of the participants were likely, planning this and participating with, skirmishes, that sort of thing. Practicing, getting ready. So I think ERESH really really had a good team set up there with that range character on the wall. And there was a uni on the other team as well, but didn't quite get up there on the wall. So we're looking to set up the next room that will be coming very soon. So this is a best of 3. So if Erish wins the next match, then we will be moving on to the next battles after that. So yeah. It's an interesting start already. We were talking about potentially seeing Summer Glaciella, and she came out on the first match, so that's cool. I guess all we have to do is see if Elia shows up as well. But like I was saying when you were gone, I think we're going to see a lot of ranged characters during this manual tournament today.
Makes sense. And this map sets up really well for it. Like with those 2 walls right there, they got a nice place to hide. Oh, okay. You were just talking about that. Good.
Yeah. I was saying that like we saw a uni on the other team, didn't quite make it up on the wall, but we'll probably see a lot of that, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see like a triple like range team, like I don't know who we would see. I don't know the cards for it, but it would be cool if we could just get, like rangers and gunners up on that wall, just picking somebody.
I feel like Ice could do that really well. You used to see those Ice teams with like Elia, not the Alabaster, Eliza, and then just maybe like a Velis dropping haste on them, or Curry. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they have to run an MR. So Curry. Ooh yeah.
Get that frostbite on.
Curry, Elia, Velis. I don't know if that doesn't meet the cost limit. I don't think, does it? Because we're cost what, 320?
230.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I threw 2 numbers. I got the numbers right. I just did not put the right order. 230. Elia and Velis are 200 all by themselves, so never mind there. But yeah, some kind of thing. Curry is devastating on a ranged map because he drops that frostbite on you. Oh my goodness, you can't do anything anymore. So looking at Uni here and Lilith, like Lilith was definitely taking advantage of those of 2 things. One, she was immobilizing people, which is really good. But her drain charge, which we saw her use several times, is a 25 single target resist debuff. And everybody's stacking AoE resist, everybody's stacking single target resist. So she's able to get through that, not just for her, but it's a debuff for your whole team. So it does a ton of damage. That's really good. And she had a great showing right there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A great showing.
What's weird is Mont did exactly what he was supposed to be doing as well. That's the weird thing. Even though he didn't really do anything at all, he did exactly what he should have been doing.
He walked up there, got aggro, and then it was like...
He was out for so long.
He was.
I can't believe how long he was out.
That fight was a 3v2, but it was really a 2v2 the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mont was doing nothing. But let's see here. So, okay, Lilith also used her limit break, and it has an upgrade. This one of the limit breaks, one of the UR characters for the limit break that just got its upgrade. So it's a missile resist debuff. In immobilize, so there's more immobilizing she could do. It gives her an extra range and 20 AoE resist. She didn't end up needing those other things, but Lilith is an example of a character. We were kind of talking about new characters that just came out. She's not new, but she just got Transcendence and Limit Break upgrade. So she's refreshed anyway. And a really cool looking unit. Only 80 cost, which is very helpful. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then for Uni, what killed Uni wasn't that her kit's bad. It's that her like base agility is -50. Like she never got turns. She popped bells once. And even if Uni is fully like transcended, like not reincarnated, because I mean, well, I don't know if she was or not, he was or not, but base agility on that unit at 140 is only 46. Considering like a good UR unit is somewhere in the mid 60s. That's 20 less. And that's why Lilith and ultimately Mont as well just walked up there and just chained her down. So there we go.
We're waiting on the next room to be made here. So hopefully very soon. Manual seems to always just take a little bit longer here.
Manual players are very calculated in what they do. It's true. That's why we don't have as big as a bracket for manual, because if we were sitting here doing what do we usually do? Four quarterfinals, 2 semis, and a finals.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Like we would have been in the semifinals by now in an auto tournament. Just kidding.
Yeah, we would have had.
We would have done more than one match.
Oh my goodness! So let's see here, Miranda. I want to give you guys a range example on Miranda. Why you're going to see her and why it kind of made sense. So Wateraga Dispeller is Miranda's job level 25 ability. The range on that thing, it's a diamond shaped AoE, but the tip of that diamond, like the furthest example of it, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away. So in a way, she is kind of a ranged unit herself, but she has to deal with range height as opposed to like where a true range, like ranger unit, they want to get up high and they can just like rain down arrows. So Miranda does still have to like close the gap, and that's unfortunate. But that move dispels re-raise and has sleep attached to it, which is really OP. And then her limit break, which also has been upgraded, is confusion and elemental resist down. So that was definitely the play there with Miranda. Then Glassy, Glassy also tanked. Like we talked about how Mont was out there tanking. I would say Glassy also tanked a bunch and kept herself alive, but she couldn't move either. The only unit she was able to go stop was Mont, because Bradley and Lilith just kited her out. They said, you can just stand there. We'll win. Yeah. We're ahead. You have to come to us, which is pretty great.
All right, jumping into the next match here.
Let's do it. Now, Eresh, that's the same number, 4258 attack. I think this is the same team from Eresh, which is not surprising. And then Choco, those numbers look similar. I don't remember if they're exactly the same or not, but
they
Choco
do look very similar.
Yeah. Choco could make one very easy change. Do initial placement. Don't put your uni in range of the enemy on their first or second turn. Like Lilith had the perfect start. You can't let the enemy ranger unit cast bells, walk up onto a cliff safely, and be like, I have now set up camp and will just rain arrows for the rest of this fight. You gotta make a move. You have to make them at least position to beat you. So I think that will be the that'll be the big difference here. If Choco's able to turn it around. I'm gonna vote Choco makes the adjustment in the YouTube chat poll. So that's my official vote. But it looks like most YouTube chatters, 53 to 47 at this point, have faith in Eresh getting the 2-0 win here. We'll see. It might be a day for Earth. Bradley just is great, and Summer Lilith.
Bradley has been tournament extraordinaire, I think. He's been a strong presence in every tournament that we've done.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. And it is the same team. So same squads come out. Eresh didn't change anything. He said, hey, you know what worked before? Bradley standing right here and casting missile resist buff. I wonder if Bradley's about to cast his missile resist buff again on Mott. It would be very unsurprising. Now, he did make us sit here and wait the whole time for him to do it last time. So I bet you he does that again too. One thing you want to do in manual, and this is something I'll talk about on like Will and I's live stream, is opening menus and moving around. Of course, he doesn't do it this time just to make us look like fools. But you know, opening menus and just pivoting your unit back and forth actually ups your timer, gives you more time to complete your action, because there is a stress that is put on players in manual where if you're not quick, if you don't know what you're doing before the turn starts, you have very little time to actually figure that out yourself. Okay, no initial placement from Choco this time, running it back in the same spots, but this time moving off to the left of our screen, those characters right. The thing here is Uni is now completely isolated. I don't know, but is this just a different strategy where Uni is just bait and they're going to try to like flank them with the water girls over here? Maybe. I don't know if that's going to work. We'll see. Miranda is casting a spell. It's Mott's turn. Mott has about 15,000 HP, so this is definitely a reincarnated Mott that we're seeing right here. Keenblade, again, going to buy his team some extra CT to start this fight. And Mott just goes straight up over the top of this wall. Once again, eyes on the prize. And the prize is poor old Uni just chilling back there by himself. He looks like a little kid, too. Like, Uni's model looks like a small child. And I feel like Uni's 2 adult guardians have, maybe they're not doing a very good job of being his guardian right here. That's what I feel like. Now, maybe though, Choco has some big brain manual strategy figured out that is just going to make us, make me eat my words. But we know Lilith is in range. From that spot right there, she can hit Uni. It's Shadow Bind. Uni was immobilized and reaction ability turned off. So Uni will now stand there and die. I can't imagine anything else but this happening. Is Uni even in range? Uni cast bells to start the fight last time. Maybe. That's what I was wondering. Uni does have access to some big AoEs, so doesn't necessarily have to be in like full range right here. Yeah, definitely Arrowfall could have done it. Arrowfall's range. Okay, check this out. The max range on Arrowfall, which nullifies haste and CT change, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's range 8. That's insane. But doesn't choose to do that. It only costs 25. Mont one-shot him. No, Mont did not one-shot him.
No,
he had already taken damage from the Lilith. That's right. I'll say, wait, I looked away for a second and Mont walked in here and just killed somebody. No, that's not what happened. There's the elemental chain buff right there from Glassy. It's Bradley's turn next. So I don't know. I feel like Choco needed to make an adjustment. And that adjustment just was moving some characters left, but leaving Uni to die. Like, was it just some, 9-dimensional chess bait move, or are the Earth people just going to come out here and run over the water girls again? I don't think Lilith has to move very much. She might have to scoot over once to the left, or what? Yeah, okay, she's going to step to there, so moves 2 spaces forward. Is definitely out of range of Glassy right here. Like, this is a safe spot for Lilith to stand. If I was Eresh here, no matter what, I'm not risking Lilith for anything. Like, I'm not going to ever have her take any damage. She goes with the Shadow Bind, lands the Immobilize. Okay, so another adjustment that Choco could have made would have been run some kind of anti-immobilize. And I'm not sure like what kind of gear out there off the top of my head, or what the percents are on some of the gear that removes it. But if I were to look, like, let's look at the at the white marshmallow miniature hat, for example. White marshmallow miniature does not have immobilize resistance on it. Okay, so that's one thing. There's also the like white cape. Do either of those? Gosh, off the top of my head, there's a lot of stuff to remember. Let's see. Mott moves in and does drop a little defense pin on Glassy right there. Yeah, the white cape has 50% immobilize resist for the first 3 turns. So that is a move that could have been made right here by Choco as well. But that was not the case. So here we go. She's going to stand there. She's got 12,000 HP left, but she cannot move. Mont might be in range for her stop attack. She did land that on him last time, kind of prolonged the fight a little bit. Let's see if she can do it again. Nope, she's going to heal. 8,000 HP heal. She can just do that a few more times. Keep herself alive. Yeah, I don't know. Miranda's the threat. Miranda's the threat, in my opinion. I don't think Glassy's 1v3 no matter what she does. And you just have to watch out for that stop. So Bradley's going to step up right here. He's going to look for some damage somewhere or another. I wouldn't be, if I was Eresh as well, I'm probably bringing like a haste TMR for Bradley, like either his own or something like that, trying to further take advantage of Bradley's CT up. Throw a haste buff on there, and I guarantee you that CT up move he just did would have him lapping Glassy, and then the elemental chaining would be big. She does have elemental chain resist, which helps her, but it's too free right now for Eresh. Now, Miranda. Look, if Miranda steps forward and goes for some big AoE sleep, and that sleep doesn't land, it's probably GG. At 8,300 HP, she's going to get killed. If Bradley, if any 2 characters, I would say, on the Earth team are given a chance, goes with the shield. Knight's Blessing, so heal and shield right there. Okay, gonna try it. Look, all right, here's what I was going to say. We'll see if it's right. I was going to say, if any 2 characters on the Earth team are given the opportunity to hit Miranda, she's dead. Now, I did not anticipate the Knight's Blessing shield coming out, so maybe that will change things right there. There's the courage buff reapply from Glassy. I'm not sure if it was removed or not. So here it comes. I can't imagine, like, look, you gotta go for this, right? Like, if you are the Earth team, here's your shot. Can you chain down? You're not going to chain down Glassy. She'll live through it. But can you chain down the Miranda? Probably. I would think so. Calculated Rin's going to come out. Oh, yeah. She's still got it. That heal. Okay, Mont. Can you do it? What do you have, Mont? Taunting Blade? Do you have Killer Drain Blade? He's right up front. He comes straight forward. He's got the haste on. He's going to go for something right here. Mont, what do you got? What do you got, sir? Bring it. Bring it, Mont. He steps up there. He's looking. Range height from there is going to be a little bit of a problem for him. We'll see. Miranda's the one with the haste. It looked like when Mont stands right there, it looks like Mont has haste. Little bit of a the haste like comes right through his model. That's interesting. That totally fooled me actually. Mont White ran out of time. Mont he timed out. He timed out right there. He did nothing. That is the first big mistake I would say made by the Earth team. Like Mont did not get a move off. And
did he go back to the same spot?
He went back to his spot.
Okay,
and he went, I believe he did not get a turn off. So Miranda will not get chained down. Instead, she's going to run for it to begin channeling a spell. This channel will go off after Lilith's damage. So right here, if you're ERES, you need to see, hey, is this enough damage? Can I do like 5.3k or whatever it is that Miranda still has? Drain charge, it's only 3,300. If this is a heal, she'll probably go back to full HP. If this is an AoE sleep, which it is, and it double lands, things just got interesting. Okay, so Glassy still can't move. She is still immobilized. But the Earth team has 2 players asleep now. Mont, who did not take an action last time, will actually get to go again pretty quick because he has all that CT left from, doing nothing in his previous turn. Here's going to be tonic water, so Glassy going to keep healing herself. Mont steps up. Now Mont has a choice to make here. He could try to wake up his friends, but he's not going to do that because one rock to the face will actually just kill Miranda. So Mont says, hey, I got a lot of things I can do, but I found this nice little rock on the floor. Take this, boom, and he boulder throws it, and Miranda goes down 3,300 damage by throwing a rock. That's somebody who's thrown a lot of rocks in their day. He does not skip arm day. I don't know. That works better if it's like a different move. Anyway, Glassy does have some AoE moves. The problem with her AoE moves here is she's going to wake up some people. If I'm Glassy, I got a 1v3 this, I'm going to start by trying to kill either Bradley or Lilith. She goes for Bradley, is unable to kill him, and he still had courage. So that's a little bit of a problem right here. 53 AP. He's going to begin unloading on her. Lilith is still just chilling, asleep. So that's not great. Assault Blade 2200, defense debuff, but ooh, Bradley moves. So okay, trying to separate right here. I like that. Make Glassy choose between hitting, Mont or Lilith or Bradley. Don't let her hit everybody at once. I like that play. Probably a Killer Drain Blade coming out here from Mont, I would imagine. 49 AP. He's got plenty of those to cast. It gives him some human killer. And again, for an MR unit, hits really hard and regenerates some AP for him, which he needed. Now, it's Bradley's turn again, 35 AP. He could go for the big slash chain combo right here. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. It's going to be calculator, and there it is. That does like 9,000 damage. So that procs the courage and procs the auto heal. So she's back to about 5,168 AP. She's going to go for Lilith. So Lilith, this probably lights out for Lilith. I imagine Miranda does have the damage to at least kill her or kill Bradley, but Bradley with courage online, killing him once doesn't really matter. Ebb and Flow Barrier comes out, physical shield online, so that's useful. I mean, that's a good play. It's now just a 1v2, but there's only 9 turns left, and the Earth team has 2 units to your 1. Bradley out of AP, that's a bit of an issue, but has the summon available. It's going to be Odin coming out right here. So Mott's going to get his turn next, and we'll have a nice little buff going for this turn. Little slash attack right here, 1,230, 1,230 damage, and I smell a Killer Drain Blade from Mont right here that probably wraps things up. It did 3,300 damage previously. He now has the Odin buff helping him out. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's a rock throw. Maybe Mont's just going to toss another stone for 1 AP. He's thinking about it. He walked up and looked. It is going to be a stone throw for 15,300. Decent damage.
Is that a number?
Yeah, 15,300. Something like that. It loads and I just go for it. All right, Glassy, she's going to heal. Interesting choice right there. Bradley is still out of AP, but Bradley could just walk up to her, slap her with an auto, and then Mont could chain off of that. I think that's a good enough setup. 2,000 damage with the Bradley auto attack and Mont's going to have the last turn of the fight. Here it is. Glassy took her time too much. This is the last turn, no matter what. The Earth team has already won at this point, unless Glassy AoE reaction ability double kills the enemy team, in which case she would win. But she doesn't have that skill, and so that's the problem right here. Killer Drainblade, 1891. She does block it with her shield, but the Earth team does pick up the win. GG, that's our first match to go to turns today, which is something that will happen in manual PvP. Sometimes Summer Jaden flexing those guns, and his arms are just as buff as Mont's. That's why Mont can throw rocks for 3,300 damage.
Indeed. So yes, very well done on Erish. Congratulations. You will be moving on to the finals here. So yeah, well done, well played.
Yep.
We're 51 minutes into the live stream when we just finished we've done 2 manual battles here.
And there it is. Okay.
So
Justin,
yes,
go ahead. I think there's a special thing to say.
Yes, there is. So
okay,
we had a no-show on the next match, like I mentioned earlier. So let me go to the bracket here. We had a no-show. I believe Method did not show up. Method Mahoney did not show up. So ID Frenzy is going to be proceeding to the finals. So we're actually going to be going into the finals pretty quickly here, but not for free, as Auronnj just hinted at. We're actually going to be doing a little bit of a celebratory, not a celebratory, but we're going to be doing a little PvP match here in the interim. Auronnj is going to flex his manual skills here for one match. So we will see an Auronnj manual PvP fight. We're only going to do one. We're not doing best of 3. This is not part of the tournament. This is not going to count for anything.
Lose so hard we only need one match. Okay, here we go. My team is set up and ready. Whenever somebody's got a room code for me, prepare yourself. All I'm gonna say, prepare. You've never seen power like this before.
We're actually just going to take a look at the player information here really quick.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Frenzy, ID Frenzy right here from Italy. So we're not going to have a France versus France finals. It's going to be Italy versus France. Favorite character is Ketone. Message shout out is I will follow my convictions for Hydra. All right. And then we got the swimsuit Ketone on the screen. Justin, every time I see swimsuit Ketone, I think of you. Why do I think of you every time I see swimsuit Ketone?
I like her. I think she's cute. I think I mentioned that before.
I think you said that like once 2 years ago, and then I just permanently just relate this character to you in my mind now. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
She's cool. I don't know. I have an affinity towards her. She's a little bit of a healer. Just magic. I have a draw towards magic users. Ketone's cool. Summer Ketone's even cuter. I don't know. That's usually where I go for units. So.
Just go by look. Okay, so I'm gonna join the room now.
Okay.
All right, let's see. I'm not. I usually say these out loud when I join rooms, but I'm not gonna say it this time because there's potential there for some high-level trolling. I gotta
hopefully. Well, I don't know. We'll see. So are you going to tip your hand a little bit here before we get in? Or are you
I think no one will be surprised by what I'm bringing. I don't think anybody will be surprised. Okay. I am going to do some... Ooh, now, Frenzy, actually, we're going to have a bit of a mirror match here. A little bit of a mirror match. I'm not going to do initial placement. I'm just going to ready up. So, whenever you want to jump into it, go ahead.
Okay.
I will try to both shoutcast and play manually, but I don't know if there's a little bit of a delay, right? So that's not going to be something I think I'll try. We'll just see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen here? It's going to be great, but we are finally going to see. Here's the special part of this. For the first time in War of the Visions official PvP tournament history, Eileen will show up. And so we are going to get to see Eileen herself take on Balo. Now, I will also say that I'm running Balo as well. Balo is a monster of an SR unit. So we're going to have some Balo on Balo action here. Whenever Frenzy wants to hit that start button, I am ready to rock. I'm ready to go. So here's just an example of how much the delay is. We are currently loading into the match right now, and I'm watching the screen. Okay, it's not that bad of a delay, really, between the two things. All right. Now he's got, okay, Addison Rae is my absolute nemesis. Like, I lose to this Addison. Addison Rae beats me every time I see her. She's a unit that I hate to fight against. I don't even know. She's scary. And like, even my like well-built, Guild Wars teams, if I see an Addison, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a problem. But this is Frenzy's chance right here. If he can take down Eileen in this match, he will get to go to the grand finals. But he's going to have to deal with a hasted up Eileen right here. We're going to drop the King Bradley TMR, give that haste and reaction block rate up. And in true Eileen fashion, we will now begin running towards the enemy. A lot of times this ends without making it to the enemy as you just die en route, but we're headed that way.
Since you're doing this, I want to know what your thought process is here. Are you trying to set up for anything? Or are you just sort of running it, seeing what's going on?
Well, with Eileen, I just try to have haste and get close enough to do one thing. With Mont, he is going to be pretty tanky right here, so I'm just going to put like courage on, make that courage get removed. Balo, I probably should have done initial placement, but I just didn't want to hold the stream up. He's slow, and so he's kind of too far away, I think. I gave Balo a TMR with some unit resist on it, but I'm probably just going to cast that courage buff as well. Like you just saw that Balo cast his buff. I'm going to run out right here. No, you know what? I'm going to do Heart of Flutter. I like this TMR a lot. So I'm going to go back to my initial spot right here. I'm going to cast Heart of Flutter. That'll give me the move up and that unit attack resist up. And now Balo can close the gap a little bit. We're going to walk up to right about here. Balo gets his jumps in. We're going to jump off of that ledge. Balo just showing that even big men can jump, and he is jumping all over the place. Now,
speaking of affinity units that I have an affinity towards, Sweetheart Salir is another one. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Salir, and Sweetheart Salir is my favorite version of Salir.
Nice. Okay. All right. Now, Eileen getting a second turn, that's rare for her, but note that she can't do anything. She's out of range, even though she has moves like Paralyzing Edge or the new upgraded Nighthawk. She actually can't do anything from this far away, but what I can do here is just move and then take no action. And now she'll actually get a third turn right after it's Addison's turn. But Eileen needs about 3 more move and 1 more jump with 10 more agility to make her like a viable manual PvP unit. And since she doesn't have those things, I'm still not sure I'll be able to do anything after this third turn. But we'll see. We're going to at least move forward. Oh yeah, we got range here. We could do something. Okay, here it comes. The drill impact onto Balo. Watch this, and we're going to get to see the Eileen limit break. Does it crit? It does, and that's a one-shot onto Balo, but he has courage.
Was that 11,000 damage?
11,000 damage from the Eileen right there. That's pretty good. Onto a tank. Way to go, Eileen. She did something. She did something. This is great. Okay.
Do you have a wish list for her LB upgrade? Since we're speaking of
diamond-shaped AoE with 4 more range.
Okay.
And 3 hit. Multi-attack.
And people 2 AP costs.
Yeah, 2 AP costs. Absolutely. Okay, she lived through an attack, too. Wow, okay. There we go. Mont, watch this. Mont's going to walk up right here, and he is going to do... Well, Mont doesn't necessarily have... All right, what I'm going to do here to save CT is I'm not going to have Mont take any action. We're just going to throw a rock and snipe out Balo right here. And then Mont's going to stand there. That'll save some CT. Now, if things are looking close, remember that when Balo comes back to life, he gets this massive steroid and full HP. So Mont actually just hooked Balo up with everything he needs to win this fight. That was absolutely not... I don't know if that was the right play or not. But this Balo's hard to deal with, man. Balo with courage has 3 lives, and after one of his lives, he is super Balo. It's just like an episode of like an anime or something, as the main character of this anime finally gets taken out. It's just like an anime episode. Like you think you've got the main character beat, and then they're on the ground, and then everybody puts their hands up and gives them their energy, and they come back with full HP and like boosted stats. And that's what Balo is.
I was thinking of him pushing his glasses and saying, "You haven't seen my final form."
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then notice how my team is getting completely lapped by the enemy right here. Like, this also is what happens when you run an Eileen team, especially with 2 sub-UR units, is you never get to take turns. It's really not great. So, Mont does take a little damage right there, 5,400. Mont's pretty tanky. My team is at least going to take some hits to kill. It might be right here, though. Addison Rae just one-shots everybody. Watch this. Mont is totally going to get wrecked from this. Oh, he lived. Okay, great. Good job, Mont. Now Balo's turn. Now, my Balo is not Super Saiyan Balo yet. We're just regular Saiyan Balo. But let's go for Addison Balo. We're going to see... Ooh, yeah, one thing with Balo that's hard is a lot of his moves are line-based AO. Like, you know, they have good range, but they're only in a line. And I'm definitely running into that problem right here. So I'll have to just hit Salir. 2,000 damage. She partially shields that. Now I'm down to 17 AP on Balo and haven't really done anything. And meanwhile, 109 AP Balo with boosted stats is going to drop, you know, speaking of line-based moves, about to drop one on my team. Mont, meanwhile, by the way, if you didn't notice, Mont took a turn a couple turns ago, didn't move, only threw a rock, and will never get to move again. So agility, very important. Power break. Okay, Mont, way to tank that. If my Balo didn't take any damage right there, I'll take that. But he will take plenty of damage from this. Here we go. Addison's going to scoot down. Bamboo Splitter. There's the Courage Pop on Mont. CT up. She'll probably get another turn before Mont does. No, Salir will get to finish it. Okay, so Salir's going to go next. She's going to go cross discharge, and now it's Balo versus 3. It's Balo versus 3. All right, Balo, what can we do here? Nope. It's still not his turn. Everyone on the enemy team will get to go before Balo does. Bamboo Splitter for 5186. Okay. Salir gets another turn. Come on. Just put me out of my misery. Chi Shot comes in 2925. Okay. We get now here's Super Saiyan Balo, though. He comes back. HP up, attack, agility up. He gets his AP back. He gets to go. He's going to get a turn. All right. All he has to do is kill everyone on the enemy team. Okay, all he has to do is kill everyone. But he's going to go for Addison because he's got a particular dislike for her. Now, if you can't kill her, which I don't think he can, what we're going to do instead is just shove her back one space. We're just going to shove her. Just push her. Get out of here. Shove her back one square. Boom. She moved. You can't deal with that. And he heals a little bit with that blood sword. So a nice flex right there by Balo, really showing how strong of a character he is, knocking Addison Rae 5 feet back in a direction. Okay. Anyway. Oh, AP break. That's a low blow. That's a low blow right there. He must have 100 slash resist or something, so I'm pretty sure he didn't take any damage from the last slash attack. So if you have 100 slash resist, you might as well just knock all the AP off. Meanwhile, Addison Rae killing things, but out of AP, retreating. And here's been, here we go. We're going to get what? A summon? Okay. UR Esper summon coming out here. Shiva, 3,700 damage. Balo's still hanging in there, but not for long.
We're waiting for it over here on this end.
Oh, yeah, that delay, the summon delay. Absolutely. Definitely a real thing with anything that cuts to an animation, like limit breaks or summons. So yeah, there's a lot more of a delay now. I will just start casting via the live stream at this point because yeah, my screen's pretty far ahead. Okay, so there's Shiva coming out. Diamond Dust. It does like 3,000 or so damage right here, I think. Let's see. I don't remember exactly how much it did. Yep. 3783. That's a lot. So, little damage to Balo. Then there's actually a very sad thing that's about to happen because Balo almost gets a chance to do some revenge, but gets stunned by the enemy Balo, which just sucks because Addison was out of AP, had to just heal or put her barrier online, and then Salir set up for the finishing blow, and Eileen, in her only chance to ever show her face in the official War of the Visions PvP Championship, is defeated by Frenzy and his manual team. So GG.
GG.
Do I get a prize? Do I get like a t-shirt and an in-game title for participating? No, dang it. Well, I tried, guys.
You were not an official participant. And you get nothing. Thank you. But thank you for the showing. That was very good. It was very entertaining. We tried
our best.
So yeah, we're actually going to be going into the finals here. But before we do... we're actually going to go to a break. Not that exciting. We're actually going to go to a break. And for everybody sitting there eagerly waiting for the keyword, we're about to put it up on the screen here. So you're going to have to click the link and down below, it's in the description if you're on YouTube. It's down below on Twitch also. I'm sure it's somewhere on Facebook. So go down there, click the link, get it ready. Because we're about to show it here. And then we're gonna throw to a 10-minute break after that. Before we get into the finals. So
I got my form open. I'm ready to go. I want my 100 scrolls. Let's do this thing.
I see. All right. Well, I'm gonna pull it up here in 1 second. So I hope everybody has the form ready. And there we go. Triplet.
Got it.
Oh yeah, I guess you can scan it with the QR code too. So whip out that phone, open that camera, scan that QR code. I'm gonna test it here. I'm only scanning this QR code to test it. That's it.
Oh, you want 100 scrolls? Get your scrolls. We all need them.
The secret keyword is triplet, very on brand here for the Ovis Cup. So yeah.
Boom. All right, I submitted mine. I need those scrolls. I need those.
Who are you going to use them on?
I think maybe Elia the Alabaster. I think she's worth the investment of scrolls. She feels like the next King Bradley, in my opinion. Feels like somebody who's just really, really hard to deal with. Even with elemental advantage, she's tough. You know what makes her? Yo, while we're just waiting for people to put in the code, you know something that makes Elia even harder to deal with?
What's that?
Is you can run her on a fist team with Edward Elric. And then even if you run Earth into Elia, you have this Edward who just comes in there with his wind self and just destroys you. That team's really hard to deal with. So yeah, there we go.
Indeed. I don't have Elia yet. I'm at 1100 summon medals. So.
Ooh, on that road to the pity. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now Justin, you just saw Eileen in a live stream, and your next pull has been blessed. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Is that how
I
that
don't
works?
know what that blessing gives you. I'm not sure what you get from that, but you there it is. So when I was pulling for Elia myself, I had all of them. I was at 1900 medals, and on the pull that got me the pity medals, I pulled her. So.
Oh, that's always. I mean, it feels bad, but that's the best time to do.
Oh yeah, I walked out there with so many shards. It was wonderful.
Yep. I remember like back in the day. So I think Luel had like a 18K banner, but I swear it was Luel, but it doesn't make any sense that I did this. I'm pretty sure I went to Metal Pity for her. And then I was like, well, I could just do a few more, maybe get her, and then use the use the medals on the shards. And I ended up doing like 52,000 Vizier for her.
Oof. Oh man.
I don't know what I was thinking.
That feels bad. All right.
Yeah, only one key. There's only one keyword right now, so that's it. It's not a double word. It's not two separate keywords. This is the only one. So you are safe to fill out the form right now. I'm telling you right now. You can go fill out that form.
I did see EMG had a really good suggestion in YouTube chat though. Summer Eileen.
What?
I think that's
what?
Summer Eileen would be a really good unit.
Oh, Summer. I see what you're saying. Well,
yeah.
You actually, when you met Hiroki, you actually mentioned that. So.
I did. I mentioned summer. I mentioned summer, winter, Easter, Lunar New Year's. Yeah. Hey, here's we just need more. We need more Eileens, man. Hey, she did do 11,000 damage in one move right there. We got to see that.
Yeah, to an SR.
Yeah,
an
SR tank. An SR
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's so true. You just described Eileen in one statement.
Okay, well, we're going to go...
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No.
I'm going to a break, so whatever you were going to say, please.
I was just going to say, Eileen, low-key, though, top-tier guild raid unit. She can use both double hit or triple hit vision cards, has an earth element debuff on her limit break. Actually,
nice.
like, top-tier guild raid unit. It's her time.
You guys are top tier, so that is not fake
we use her in our earth teams.
Yes.
We usually get first, so I'm not lying. We do. Okay. She has one thing that she's good at. Okay, I'm done.
We're going into the finals. We're going to go to a 10-minute break, so go get your coffee or your croissant, since it's France.
Your baguette.
Yeah. Or your cappuccino or whatever. We'll be right back in 10 minutes, so we will see you guys then. Bye for now.
The moon and stars are divided by malicious intent. One that will call forth a radiance of destruction upon these lands.
What is that supposed to mean?
I cannot say for certain, my lord. I merely relay what the stars whisper to me.
War of the Visions. Final Fantasy, Brave Exvius.
Are unusual.
Does the prophecy foretell destiny? This is a tale of those who defy their fate. Battle system. The order of action is determined by speed, irrespective of alliance. The turn order of ally and enemy alike is displayed on the left. Units' move and jump values indicate their mobility on the field of battle. Knights and soldiers may not be adept at vertical movement, but their repeated physical attacks are a force to be reckoned with. Dragoons and thieves, on the other hand, can press the advantage on uneven terrain with their physical prowess. Strategize your timing and movements to claim victory. Jobs and abilities. Select from 3 jobs to set as a unit sub-job, thereby augmenting their main job with subcommands. The abilities available in battle will change depending on the sub-job set. Interaction with other players. Friends can lend you their aid on your journey. Hone your skills and prepare for the clashes to come.
My whole deal! Yeah!
Those who rely solely on their eyes will overlook what is of true import. Should one choose to live on, even though one suffers in despair? Or should one seek death to afford one's soul its respite?
War of the Visions, Final Fantasy, Brave EXVIUS. Now available.
This unbearable, insufferable noise. But it won't be long now. The world we seek will soon be upon us.
I thrive on the silence of the darkness's sweet embrace. I suppose you can call me the Dark Witch lurking in the deep abyss.
Don't be like that, Raffi.
Finding someone in this crowded place is like finding a needle in a haystack.
What? You mean they tricked us?
They're the ones who are meant to be our foes.
O endless void, awaken.
It's our duty, okay? Don't interfere. The dark craving for blood and destruction that rests in my accursed left hand. I grow unable to restrain it. Yes. Talk about stylish.
The moon and stars are divided by malicious intent. One that will call forth a radiance of destruction upon these lands.
What is that supposed to mean?
I cannot say for certain, my lord. I merely relay what the stars whisper to me.
War of the Visions, Final Fantasy, Brave EXVIUS.
Are unusual.
Does the prophecy foretell destiny? This is a tale of those who defy their fate. Battle system. The order of action is determined by speed, irrespective of alliance. The turn order of ally and enemy alike is displayed on the left. Units' move and jump values indicate their mobility on the field of battle. Knights and soldiers may not be adept at vertical movement, but their repeated physical attacks are a force to be reckoned with. Dragoons and thieves, on the other hand, can press the advantage on uneven terrain with their physical prowess. Strategize your timing and movements to claim victory. Jobs and abilities. Select from 3 jobs to set as a unit sub-job, thereby augmenting their main job with sub-commands. The abilities available in battle will change depending on the sub-job set. Interaction with other players. Friends can lend you their aid on your journey. Hone your skills and prepare for the clashes to come.
All right, hello everybody, welcome back. We are back from our break. Hopefully you guys were able to fill out that form and get your 100 scrolls of vicissitude. I believe the form is still going to be open for a little bit, so go fill that out. You still have a little bit of time. Or tell your friends, have them show up, watch the stream, and get the scrolls as well. So yeah.
And it's much easier than last month's guess the character thing. That ended up being a little bit more confusing than we anticipated for sure. Because we were confused by the end of it. We were like, who won? Yeah. But this is easy. Just go put in the keyword, get your 100 scrolls, and go transcend Eileen. Don't do that. No. Do
somebody else. Elia is currently available, so maybe think about that. Yeah, we're actually going to be jumping into the finals here very soon.
Let's do it.
So yeah, we're already on our finals. It's kind of crazy. This is going to be a best of 5. So
yes,
as little as 3, as most as 5. I feel like I said that in a really weird way.
Yeah. Yes. And so one of the things that I think, like, I was thinking about, was it a good idea to do a show match, right? Like, was it a good idea for me to just randomly fight, in the semifinals? And one thing I think about that was added a little bit of fairness to this is, had we not done that and had, I can't remember I was so concentrating on what I was doing. I show matched against, it was Frenzy, right? Yes. So if I hadn't done that, then ERESH would not have gotten to see Frenzy play on stream before the finals. So one of the reasons I think it was a good idea to do that is at least then Frenzy did have to show up on stream, at least show one of the teams that he had ready to go. And that makes things a little bit, more fair, because otherwise he might have got to watch ERESH play 2 matches without having to tip any of his hand. So I think that adds a little bit of fairness to the thing. It wasn't just something we did just for fun to waste time in that. Not waste time. It's all just fun and games at the end of the day, except for one of these players is about to win a nice prize. And the first place winner here does win a trip to the grand finals.
That is true. And a nice trophy as well.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the current bracket. As you can see, we've got Erish Melt versus ID Frenzy. Battle of that. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it. It was a reference to a while ago.
ERESH has only showed the Earth team. Frenzy showed I kind of want to call it like it was like a magic striking team with the Salir and the Addison Ray. I feel like, his team was fast. His team was lapping my team like crazy. Now, I did not put a bunch of thought into my team. This was something we decided to do just like 30 minutes ago. And so I was very quickly, with the game open, just throwing together an Eileen cost limited team just to come in here and have that little match. But still, the Salir and the Addison Ray put in a lot of work. And then Balo, Balo did Balo things like he will do.
For sure. Yeah, we're waiting for the room number right now. They're getting set up, calculating initial placement, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think we will see. Okay, Justin, here's the question. In chat, here's a question for you as well. Is this a 3-0 or are we going to a best of 5? Because I feel like one of the two things happens. I feel like we very rarely have a 3-1 or something like that. I feel like either both. Yeah, I feel like it's either a sweep, or we end up in that, you know, that winner takes all match number 5.
I think we're probably gonna see 5 matches.
Okay.
It seems to be pretty common that we see that. So
yeah.
Question in chat here real quick. You can fill out the form currently. The keyword is triplet. I'll show it real quick for anybody that just showed up. Triplet, not triplets, just triplet.
Yeah. I definitely typed triplets into the chat earlier. If I led you astray,
the stream
I'm
chat?
sorry.
Oh, naughty.
Naughty.
All right, we got a room number here. Let me join.
Let's do it.
We'll also be doing interviews with both of these players.
Yep.
But only the first place winner is going to move on to the finals, unlike the auto tournaments.
Yeah. And I think the finals is going to be the same sort of format, right? Where we only, because in the auto tournaments, we have a bigger bracket. You know what I mean? There's a lot more room for players in that auto tournament. In these manual tournaments, just because of how long they take, we do have to limit the amount of participants. So this isn't a 24-hour event. Because keep in mind, all these players that you're seeing had quarterfinal matches before these semifinal matches. And all of those have to be watched by a referee. So it's not something they can just like do beforehand, kind of at their will. These things do take a little bit of time. And I think it's always worth giving a shout out to the behind the scenes people. You know,
yes, we love in a lot of hard work. People.
Oh yes.
There's a lot of work that goes into this. There's actually sort of 3 separate entities. There's like my side, which is running the stream and doing that sort of thing. There's Auronnj's side, which is sort of adjacent to the tournament managers. He's sort of with them, the people that are like managing the tournament. And then we've got some of the members from Japan, which are sort of pushing the entire tournament forward. And of course, you know, every month we have to update all of these lovely assets and figure out everything else. Everybody's sitting in Zoom right now, discussing things.
But it's definitely like it adds. I like it because it adds a little. It adds a little gravity, like a little official.
Yeah, of course.
It's good to have an official championship, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
especially
awesome.
for a game that's so focused on PvP like War of the Visions is.
Indeed. You know, we've done a few interviews, or I've done a few interviews with some players. I've done an interview with a manual I've done an interview with 2 auto players, Kiwi Stings and Surabu, and those interviews are up on the YouTube channel currently. And we sort of talk about, you know, what they do to get teams ready and that sort of thing, or how they play the game in general, that sort of stuff. And we actually have some manual ones coming out soon as well.
Ooh, can you tip your hand on who was interviewed for those? Or is it a surprise?
I won't tip my hand.
Okay.
So you'll just have to see. You'll just have to
Okay, I'll watch.
But one of the videos is coming up very soon. It was actually, the interview was probably about 25 minutes, so approaching podcast territory there.
Nice. Hey, it's nice to just have stuff though to put on in the background. You know, like when you're doing other things, those kind of longer format videos are great for that. Okay, do we have a room?
Yeah, we're going to be switching over right now. I was waiting for the other person to join.
We got a little spice though. We get a little bit of spice. Now, Eresh is saying, hey, you've seen my Earth team. Prepare for my Earth team again. Frenzy, though, brings out Zazan. Not Zazan the Unkillable or Swimsuit Zazan or Christmas Zazan, but Bearsuit regular Zazan. Winter Zazan. Sure, yeah, this is a Winter Zazan. And his thing, now, okay, it's also Bradley versus Bradley, which is interesting, but we'll get to that here in a minute. I want to tell you guys a little something about our good friend regular Zazan. He isn't the hardest hitting unit in the world, but he does have a ton of move and jump. So his base move is 4, jump 1. Through his skills, he can upgrade that even more. He has Thief Lore, give him that little bit more agility. and movement. And then he has a move right here in his thief sub, Steel Heart. Charm. Charm is something in manual that is like sleep, more powerful than it is in auto. Because in auto, you charm somebody, the AI might end up, uncharming them with a little auto attack or a barrage or something like that. You charm somebody in manual, you force one of two things to happen to the enemy. Either they just accept that they're now fighting one of their own people, or they have to go wake them up. They have to go like auto attack them or stone throw them or something like that. Now, EXVIUS did switch up his squad a little bit right here. The Mont has gone away for the Lorenzo. Now, Lorenzo's not a unit that I expected to see. He has sub Time Mage. So Quicken, not a thing today, but Haste is a thing. You can absolutely take advantage of Haste right here. And a hasted King Bradley and hasted Summer Lilith would be very, very potent. And Lorenzo's somebody who, like we've seen Stern in the past, can get into the air and hang out there for a little bit. When you're up in the sky, nobody can hit you, which means you're kind of safe. I think that's really cool. So Lorenzo's an interesting pivot right here. And I will say that unlike in the last matches that we saw here, Frenzy has decided to not start anybody within Lilith's range. So that's a good play, I think. Zazan going to start using some of that movement that he has right here. Looking to see what his ranges are. I would not expect him to come out yet. In my opinion, this Zazan kind of has to be a, like, I don't know what word to use right here. A backup plan. Like once the enemy Bradley comes forward, I think that's when Zazan will sneak out. But I want to go look at some Bradley stats while both players are just kind of sitting here buffing, doing the manual thing that is taking your sweet time. I'm going to look at Bradley's resist right here. Let's see what he's bringing in terms of status effect resist. Bradley is resistant to slow, paralyze, and a little bit resistant to stun. He has no base resistance to charm, so a 50% charm ability has a decent chance of landing on him, especially if Zazan is running full faith, which I expect that he is. Now, Lorenzo, I expected to see haste coming out from him. He's instead going with the self buff. I wonder if this is Lorenzo that's going to try to go DPS mode. 9,400 HP is a lot for him. It's actually more than the UR unit Lilith is running. So he's kind of a tanky boy, which will help. Lilith looking for her range. I don't think she has the range yet. I would be surprised if she could actually hit Bradley from right there. But I've been surprised in the past. We'll see. Definitely doing some calculations right here is EXVIUS. Again, looking at CT, chooses to just do nothing. Okay, that's interesting. And now it's Bradley's turn. Bradley's going to go agility, AoE resist up, a good little TMR buff right there. And now it will be the entire other team's turn. This is our first look at a Winged Stern today. So Winged Stern is a powerful unit. I don't necessarily think of him as a manual PvP unit. I don't know if he's bringing a ton of like useful status effects or things like that, but he can do an AoE resist buff, and that's pretty good. Like, never sleep on how powerful an AoE resist buff for your group can be. So, okay, I'm going to bring up a little info on Stern. While we're seeing here, Zazan's going to run a lap. Expect to see Zazan run a lot of laps as he waits to try to set up, some kind of charm or some kind of cheese, whatever the kind of cheese Zazan's trying to bring. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you do have a disable attack. So that's true. Stern does have a disable attack in his Winged Knight sub job. Not something you see run all the time. I think normally you see the Paladin sub run for Stern, give himself that shield. But okay, maybe we see a disable come out. That could be a game-changing status effect. And status effects, those kind of impactful status effects are a huge deal. In these tournaments, they can win a fight or lose a fight by themselves. Okay, Frenzy, finishing up his turns with Bradley right here. It will be Lilith and Bradley and Lorenzo's turn back to back to back after this. And that Bradley is definitely in range of some damage now. So Lilith, 221 AP. She's ready to go. She's fully stocked up on ammunition and ready to start unloading some damage. She's moving back. She's moving left. She's moving right. We'll see. She's going to go Shadowbind. Goes for that Immobilize. And yeah, I think she is now 3 for 3. On Immobilize. Actually, it's more like 5 for 5 because she has reapplied that Immobilize to many targets already. Yeah. That is the also first Earth element attack. Bradley can follow that up with a chain. I think he's in range for a rend right here. If he can find that diamond shape. Yeah, there it is. Calculated rend. That's huge damage. And that's Bradley's courage already popped. That's crazy. He does get the CT up, but it's not like he can run away. He is stuck there. And immobilized has been about the most effective status effect that we've seen. Now, one CT up, Bradley to another, goes ahead and procs that again. Bradley is, okay, here's what's about to happen. Lorenzo is going to time a jump right here. Bradley can't move out of the way. So Lorenzo can just take Bradley out completely of this fight since he can't move. Then I would expect to see, I think it's absolutely worth it for Eresh to extend this Bradley if he can kill the Zazan. Like, just allow that Stern to kill you on his next turn, whatever, that doesn't matter. Just take this Zazan out, because I think at this point, your only chance of really losing, short of just manualing it, just messing up the manual play to the extreme, is a charm coming in. So I would, if you can kill him, if Bradley has the damage to kill Zazan right here, which he does, I think that was the correct play. Bradley's probably going to die to CERN right now, but whatever. Your Lorenzo's in the air, so it's not like Stern can like AoE him down. You have courage as well still, so unless Stern is removing that, this is looking like a 1-0 for the Earth team right here. But we'll see. We'll see. Wing Stern is a powerful unit. He's going to try to do some things, but Lorenzo's about to squash Bradley. Right now, okay, it's going to be the limit break. So this will be a haste. It's the fight thing here. Whenever I see this like limit break animation go in a match, I reflexively go for the skip button so I can just get back to the screen and start watching. And my hand legitimately reached to click skip. That's funny. I was like, wait, this is not my game. So, okay, there's Bradley getting squashed by Lorenzo. Now Lilith will start looking to, I bet you she immobilizes him. Do not be shocked if he is now immobilized. Nope. He's immobilized. Yep, we get to see it again. Yep, he is. It landed. And now Bradley, with 1 HP left, will get to look to maybe just chain him down. Calculated Rend still on the table. He has not used up that ability. It has 3 uses, I think. So, yeah, he's going to go Helm Splitter instead. That's a defense or it's a re-raise remover. That's an easy win for Eresh Melt. I say easy. It was calculated, right? But once that Bradley got immobilized and was essentially just sitting there waiting to die, Zazan was vulnerable. Because without Bradley threatening, you just go move out and you kill Zazan. And at that point, you've really removed what I think was the big win condition for Zazan's team. So GG, good win. That's a 1-0 lead for the Earth team. And he might just keep playing it. Maybe he's just an Earth player. Maybe he's just an Earth player. And he's just got all these like MR and SR Earth units just in his pocket. And he knows them forward and backward. That's cool. GG.
So yeah, so far we haven't really seen any switch ups in any, not that we've seen a lot of matches, but we haven't seen any sort of switch ups a lot in any of the compositions. A little bit, but we'll see.
A little. Do you know what I think would be cool? A unit that I think is like a cost limited, really good unit, has good range, is Livial. Like, she's got that arithmetician, that black mage. She has big range on her AoE moves. She inflicts a lot of poison, which I think is really fun. And she has Toad. Now, maybe turning somebody into a frog would be a really cool way to win. I don't know. But I predicted to see an Elia the Alabaster. I'd still like to see that. I think you could run, if I was Frenzy, or Frenzy, and I had a fist team, I'd bring it out right now. I would just, because Elia, even though it's Earth, Elia is not just going to get run over by that. And Elia being cost 100, if we look at the Elric brother here, Edward, his cost is 90, so cost limit 230. It would actually be a little bit limiting to try to put those two together. You'd have 40 costs left, which means you could play an SR unit or lower. SR units, we've seen Uni. Now, Uni hasn't been super effective yet just because of he's just been getting killed. But Balo would be a good player, and you probably have Balo built considering he just had a quest fairly recently. Naya is always good for that reflect. I don't know. That's the kind of pivot I might look to make if I didn't have any special tricks up my sleeve.
Indeed. Okay.
Yeah.
Things are switching up here a little bit.
Oh, do we have the next room?
Yes.
Have you already seen it?
Yes.
I don't see, guys. So people watching, I don't see the rooms till you do. So Justin knows things. Okay, he's got that insider info that I don't necessarily have. Oh, if you can't beat him, join him, I guess. Frenzy moves to Summer Lilith. I am really thinking I should have like put some effort into Summer Lilith.
It's interesting, right? Who would have guessed that she would be so prevalent in the stream today?
Not
but
me.
We've only seen a couple people, but I don't know. I guess the map is just situated for it.
The Immobilize has been really good. Like, you want to talk about like good artwork? Look at that artwork for Summer Lilith. Like, that's crazy good. It's crazy good.
Yeah, look at that artwork.
I'm looking. So anyway, people twisted my words to mean things I don't necessarily mean. I probably anyway. Okay, let's go in. Eresh versus Fritzy, game number 2. 1-0 for Eresh, running it back with his team. Galzak Dialdo. Okay, I'm going to have to pull up some info here. What is Dialdo Galzak going to do that is going to either allow Lilith to kill everybody, or does Dialdo have the damage to do some work himself? Now, in auto, I think this is an insane combo. Galzak Dialdo's crazy good for auto play because Galzak's gonna provide all those buffs. Dialdo's super tanky. He's gonna generate hate, really hard to kill. In manual, your jobs for Galzak are Devout, Time Mage, White Mage. Keep in mind, Quicken off the table right here. White Mage, sure you have a lot of healing. Main job for him, sure you have a lot of healing. But what's your damage right here? What's your damage? I don't know. Dream Inducer. Okay. Maybe we look for some long-range sleeps from a Dream Inducer right there. Time Mage, you do have Guard Haste, which is good. Stop. I mean, maybe you walk out there to what's the range on stop? About 3? You walk out there to range 3 and go for a stop? I can't imagine that happening. And then you do have Holy from White Mage. I don't know. Galzak's going to be an interesting player here. Dialdo, on the other hand, can do some damage. He's a very hard guy to kill. He can do some damage. He has a confusion move with Chaos Magic Spear. That does confuse people if he wants to go for that. He can heal himself a little bit. Got some self-healing moves. He can knock AP off of targets. I'm just trying to see, does he have some kind of surprising thing that he can do that I'm not ready for, or that I'm not prepared for here? I don't really think so. He's just going to be really hard to kill. He has, with his Red Mage sub, he has Resistance Break, which is a 2-hit move that does a lot of damage. It decreases Spirit, dispels Re-Raise. In autoplay, again, which is the only place I've ever seen Dialdo, that move hits so hard that the AI just prefers to use it all the time. So we'll see. I have a feeling, though, is he susceptible to Immobilize? Maybe that's the thought here, is that he's not susceptible to Immobilize. He has a 50% resistance to Immobilize. So, okay, you're not going to be able to stop him from walking into the back line, short of killing him. So maybe that's the thought right there. And if that is the thought, it's not a bad one, I would have to say. I wouldn't be, again, surprised if this Lorenzo went for some haste instead of DPS Lorenzo. It's not like he had to do a ton of damage last time, but his ability to just, like, again, be in the air during the enemy's turn and against an immobilized target meant that, hey, they're gone. This time he's channeling a spell. That's probably a haste. His cast time is pretty long, so he's actually all the way off of the turn order right now in terms of when he's going to get to take a turn, but whatever. There's Immortal Spirit coming out right there from the Summer Lilith, so running the Paladin sub-job. Galzak probably going to be passing around some more haste right here. Same with Lorenzo. I'm going to take a quick drink. This would be a great time to, I feel like if this was a live traditional sporting event, they'd run commercials during the first couple turns of manual tournaments. Because, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's like, yeah, the first couple turns of a manual tournament are almost like a basketball timeout where the coaches are just talking to the players, talking about what they're going to do, setting it all up. Now, Eresh is going to move forward right here. Again, Deceptive Miss. Very committed to running that agility up AoE resist TMR. It's a really good TMR buff. And with haste from with haste from Lorenzo potentially coming for the Bradley right here, it does make a lot of sense. You get agility up, you get haste up, you might have that chance of lapping even an otherwise hasted enemy team. Diallo going to catch the second haste right there. Don't sleep on the defense up. Yes, sure, there's a bunch of defense pit in the game, but still, make your enemy run it. One thing I like to say all the time, a lot of people, when they see something like a slashing move, or they see something in my mind just, okay, I had a point to make and my mind just exploded. We just saw, that was like the most, okay, wait a second. This is like, okay, wait, transposition. If you've never seen the spell transposition cast before, which wouldn't be surprising because that's probably the first time I've ever seen the spell cast. What it does is the unit casting it switches places with the unit that is targeted. In this case, it was just used to boost Lorenzo into the front line and put Lilith backwards onto a cliff. Completely unnecessary. Both of them could have run to that spot, but that was a lot cooler. And we've just nullified Immobilize. So a big nullify Immobilize just came out right there as Bradley for Eresh gets immobilized. So the tides have turned in terms of like moving around. What's he going to do right here? He's probably just going to buff. He's definitely not in range to do any damage. All out assault comes out right here. Critical hit rate up. Now it's Lilith's turn. She's going to step to the left. Look to start raining down some shots on the enemy. She's not going to be able to drop some immobilizes this time. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my other thought. So people see like slashing moves or slash resistance or defense, right? And they say, yeah, but there's so much penetration in the game these days. There is, but most penetration, oh gosh, reflex. So Drain Charge comes out. There's our first reflex of the match. Summer Lilith is a very hard character to kill with her courage and reflex and all of that. So there we go. Anyway, you still have to force your enemy to run it, right? Like, sure, you can get defense pin. Sure, you can get slash attack pin or missile pin or whatever. But you never know. Maybe they go for some other build. Maybe they just think, no, I want more movement this match. Or I want more offensive stats or different defensive stats or something like that. So I think it's still a good idea. Stack as much defense as you can. Stack as much slash resistance as you can. No one's at 100% penetration most of the time. So go ahead. Boost that thing up there. It will make you harder to kill. It might not be like, week 2 Whisper with 100 slash resistance and, up there taking 1 damage from like Sid, but it's still pretty cool. Now, Lorenzo does take advantage of his haste removal ability right there to knock haste off of Dialdo, so that's pretty useful. Dialdo, I believe, is out of range of Bradley right there, so not going to be able to be chained down. Bradley's going to have to take another turn just buffing himself. Pierce and missile resist buff with his counter attack, so that's a good move for him. Galzak, 8,800 HP, 220 AP, 289 TP. He can do whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. He's going to stand there and channel a spell. This is probably a haste towards Lilith. I think hasting Lilith would absolutely be the correct play. Take advantage of her range on this map especially. Now, meanwhile, Eresh is Lilith. She's probably going to trade blows with other Lilith. That's what I would do right here. Drain Charge comes out, and had her previous Drain Charge landed, we might be in a different world, but it was reflex. That was enough damage that would have killed her. That's a little bit more than half of her HP. It did over 5,000. She's at 4,800. So 2 of those would have killed, but 1 will not. And I wonder now if this isn't a preemptive heal from Galzak. If it is, I think that's a very smart move. Here comes the limit break. Beach attack going to come out from Summer Lilith on Frenchie's team onto Eresh's Summer Lilith. What kind of damage will this do? 4822. And it gives those buffs. Okay, let's see. We'll see here in a second what that damage number actually did. Like, is she now below 50% HP? All of that. It is guard haste that comes out onto himself. So Galzak continue. She's under 50. Yeah, significantly under 50. Yeah, you could just see that. Okay, now, does Dialdo have a range height 2 move that can go take her out? If so, that's probably GG, but he's instead going to go with the limit break. This will hit Lorenzo, and it will hit Bradley, and it will give him Regenerate. Now, Regenerate on Dialdo is pretty powerful because he takes so little damage every turn. This is very good at just, keeping him up there above 10,000 HP, which is where he loves to live. And then note the movement. Bradley right now cannot use his strongest move, which is Calculated Rend, because if he does, he'll kill Lorenzo. So If he's in range for another move, he could think about using it, but I don't believe he is. So instead, he chooses to just do nothing and preserve his CT, which will give him a turn, crucially, before Lilith's next turn. Big brain stuff right here from Eresh. If Lorenzo and him can combo down the Lilith or kill the Galzak, that's a big deal. Let's see what the charge time on this jump is from Lorenzo. It's going to be right after Bradley. So we're going to get Law of Invigoration. This will heal her up to full HP. But I can't imagine that a Bradley attack plus a Lorenzo jump is something that she's going to live through. I also wonder, does Lilith have to be directly across from the other Lilith to hit her from, from one wall to the other? If so, this immobilize will prevent Lilith from shooting the enemy Lilith right here. And instead, she'll have to shoot somebody like Dialdo. I think that's what we're seeing. Yeah, she is going to go for the Dialdo, and it's going to be the limit break. Beach attack comes out here. Now, Dialdo had 3 turns of immobilize immunity, which might have run off, but he's also naturally just resistant to it. So he'll only take the missile attack resist down, not the immobilize. Bradley steps forward. Definitely Summer Lilith needs to be in his sights right here. That Summer Lilith has been destroying his team, is the carry on the enemy team. Instead, he goes for Galzak and doesn't kill him. In my opinion, that's a mistake. And then it's countered by the second reflex from the enemy Lilith. So Frenchie is definitely catching some luck right here. That reflex, that's the second time. I still don't think she's dead. I don't think MR Lorenzo's dropping 10,000 damage with his jump, but still, you'd like to see the damage at least land as she snipes out your Lilith. Definitely advantage Frenchie right here, but keep in mind, he is only running 1 carry. I still think it was a mistake to go for the Galzak. I think Galzak is only here supporting units, and he's not going to do much by himself. But I'm not the manual, I'm not the one in the finals of this manual tournament right here. Yeah, Eresh knows what he's doing. He's got a plan, and Frenchie is just probably very happy. Look, it's very easy for me to say something was a mistake when your unit lives with 10 HP, which is what happened. But it was at minimum a miscalculation. Bradley double crit with his attack. Now, he will get to finish him off right here, I guess, which is something. He's going to just walk up here and auto him for the kill. Or another option right here, Bradley has a CT up move. Bradley can just kill. Yeah, quick lunge. There it is. Good choice. So quick lunge will get that kill and boost Bradley's CT. Does it put him in front of Lilith? It does not. But Lorenzo is. Now, here's where a Dragoon can take advantage of what we'll call it Dragoon immunity, where he can go up into the air, stay up there for a little bit and not die. But one thing about a Dragoon is Lilith can just move. She can just move out of the way. And I do not believe that Lorenzo has a move that locks on, right? Like you have an Oberon, for example, who could do a move that locks on to the enemy. So even if they run away, he'll still hit him. I don't think that Lorenzo has something like that. Now, I could be wrong, and Bradley's about to get immobilized again, I would imagine, right here. That's what I'd be doing if I was Lilith. I'd be dropping an immobilized shot on him and piecing out. Shadowbind comes out. Bradley is indeed immobilized, and immobilized continues to be one of the most OP moves that we've seen on this map. So, yes, I do not see a lock-on jumping move from Lorenzo. Deceptive Miss comes out from Bradley. I mean, that's fine. I might have done nothing right there just to preserve the CT, try to get off of, yeah, the horizontal jump's going to miss because she could just move. Interesting stuff right there. I think the Lorenzo, yeah, I don't know. I just think there was a crucial moment in this fight. If I'm sitting here trying to break this down, in my opinion, there was a couple things that happened here that really tilted it toward Frenchie's side. One was the 2 reflexes. Those were huge. Those 2 reflexes probably are why Lilith was alive. Yes, she still had courage. Yes, she had a healer backing her up. So who knows how that plays out. But also choosing to kill the Galzak. Okay, Galzak's dead. Fine. But the only carry on the team is still sitting back there carrying. And she carried really hard in this fight. She's Summer Lilith's going to end up having solo carry this fight. Dialdo just got trucked by Bradley, who will get, the immobilize is going to be the difference. I'm over here talking like this is over. I guess it's not. Bradley could reflex whatever Lilith is about to do to him, have this immobilize wear off, which it's about to do, and then go kill her. But We'll see. Here we go. No, there's only one turn left. The fight's actually over. Even though the courage procs and Bradley is still alive, Lilith has about 9,971 more HP than Bradley does. So it is a GG. There we go. The transposition play looked really cool. Ultimately, at the end of the day, didn't really do much for you. I like
For
it.
sure.
I mean, it was super funny, but yeah, Lilith absolutely carried, and Lilith has been the MVP of this tournament.
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
far.
You know, had there been a couple more moves, I think that would have been. I think there was actually a possibility there of Bradley doing something, but it depends on the damage. I don't know. Maybe
he would have had to kill her
hitting
twice.
the same element there. I don't know. Been interesting.
Yeah. So does Bradley have? I feel like I should just know this off the top of my head. Bradley, I know he has re-raise remove, but he doesn't have courage remove, right?
Oh, she did have a courage. I forgot about that.
Yeah, she had courage on. So yeah, Bradley's helm splitter dispels re-raise, but I don't think he can knock off courage. So he would have had to kill her 2 times, which means he would have had to kill her, lap her, which is Bradley. He laps people, but turns just were not going to work out right there. He would have needed like 11 more turns or something. I mean, like total turns in the fight. Not himself, obviously. Okay, anyway, GG.
Yeah, anyway, we're at 1-1 each here, going to best of 5. So each person needs to have 2 more points. So we'll see how it plays out. So far, not a lot of changes on Erish's composition here. Just very minor changes. Only 1 unit's been changed out. So I guess we'll see what happens in the next one. I mean, it really was unlucky with a double reflex. So
yeah, I think so. So.
Do we start? Do we start pulling out the Balo phone? Is that where we're getting here with immobilize and other status effects?
I'm putting immobilize resist on my units. I just am. Like, I'm not getting immobilized. I'm going to just refuse to lose in that way, and I think that is the play here. Do you know off the top of your head any like TMRs, for example, that give immobilize resist? We saw it. We saw it come out in the last fight. I just don't know what TMR that is. I just don't like off the top of my head. I know the white cape gives resistance. The phone, Balo's phone, or Balo's smartphone does nullify. Does not nullify immobilize.
Oh, it doesn't.
It nullifies sleep, paralyze, confuse, charm, frostbite, haste, slow, stop, stun, disable, berserk, protect, shell, and quicken. Not immobilized. So, white cape, I guess. Maybe they just didn't build it. White cape's kind of one of those pieces of gear that a lot of people sleep on. But, hey, here's white cape's moment to shine, right? Give me that 50% immobilize resist and help me just power through Lilith over there. Anyway,
yeah. Guess we'll see here. It's interesting. The finals always get a little bit spicy. It seems like this is no exception.
Oh yeah, it'll be curious to hear. And like once again, when you're talking about manual play, they are on a timer, right? You can't sit there forever and just think about what you're gonna do. Something else to mention, which somebody in chat mentioned, is haste has a range height of 1. So if you were going to be putting haste on your gunner units, you would need to, and it's totally a possibility, there is a step behind those walls where you could step your support up on there and have them cast it, or you would need your unit like a Lilith to catch the haste from down below the wall. So something like that would still be an option. I felt like, look, if we see the same match again, it's just going to come down to like, 1, who can disable immobilize?
Not the same.
And
match.
2, it's
not
not.
the
So
same.
you already have. Okay, let's show me the secret info.
All right, here we go. Okay, can you guess? It's somebody that's a little older.
Okay.
That we've seen
Missile
in previous. Yes, that we've seen in previous manual tournaments.
Eliza.
No.
Curry.
No. Also no. You're gonna kick yourself here. One more guess.
Elia.
No.
Okay, Jaden. Okay, there we go. So regular Jaden, Princey goes to the old school we'll call it season 1 Jaden, I guess, right? Like
There we go.
King
Okay,
Jaden, not husband Jaden. He's not married yet. He's still a bachelor. So at this point, now I say bachelor, he and Elia, I believe, are at least going out at this point, right? Like they are together. So he's not available. But it's Jaden with a Zazon and Bartz. Did not expect to see Bartz coming out here. So let's talk about that for a minute. We do get a missile resist buff from Bradley. So for 3 turns, we will have a little bit of missile resist coming through. But what's Bart's going to bring? We know what Jaden's bringing. Jaden's bringing that big range damage. I want to go see what this Bart's is planning to do here. So while the teams are getting ready, I'll pull up some info on our guy. The collaboration man himself. First of all, is he like, did we just get a, wait, Jaden just got shot. Did he get immobilized?
Yeah, he did.
So immobilize 1 lands. Once again, immobilize continues to be a thing. Bartz does no benefits or weaknesses to immobilize. He's just resistant to Toad, Confuse, and Berserk, none of which we'll probably see here today, or in this fight. But for Bartz, what do we have here? I'm looking for like status effects that he can do, something like that. I mean, he does a lot of damage, so don't sleep on that. He's got striking and slashing damage, but yeah, he's really just here to come like hurt some people. Or no, this is the combo. This is what it is. Bartz is going to cast his follow-up attack buff, stand next to Jaden, and Jaden is going to rain damage from afar. That's the play here. Now, Jaden being immobilized might put a wrench in that, especially where Jaden got immobilized. He never got a chance to like climb the mountain right there. But okay, now there's also a very unfortunate thing happening to Jaden right now. Jaden is channeling a spell. Jaden is getting a turn before his spell channel finishes, and he's immobilized. So yes, he Esunas himself, but he Esunas himself right after his next turn, which means he doesn't get that turn. He essentially just lost a turn. That Esuna removed 1 turn of immobilize. That's really unfortunate. When you're looking at cast time, sometimes you need to look at like, hey, am I going to go again before this cast goes off? And in this case, yes. Now, there is a Keen Blade from Bartz trying to help boost Jaden's turns again here, but Jaden might just get chained down by Lilith. Like, Lilith could look to maybe kill him right here. I don't know if she has the damage. She's definitely stepping forward to see if she has a higher damage ability to try to do this with. Maybe her LB, yeah, it is going to be the limit break. I imagine this is a kill. This is a big damaging move. It's at least going to immobilize him again, I would think. But it does 5296. Is Jaden dead? Yes, he is. So initial placement didn't exactly work out right here for the Jaden. And now Bradley and Lorenzo are going to start walking forward, looking to do their thing. Zazon does exist. Charm, still a thing. So maybe, just maybe, Zazon pops up over this wall, walks up to Bradley, steals his heart away, shows him some of that chest hair, and is like, look at this, brother. And Bradley's like, oh, brother, we are a thing now, and his heart is stolen. And he turns on his team and kills them all. But I doubt it. And even if Zazon did that right here, I'm sure that Lilith would just put 1 arrow into Bradley and say, wake up, friend. And 1 arrow in the leg would just wake him up real quick. So Zazon is just going to reposition a bit right here. No one is safe from Lilith at this point. Lilith has the range to just shoot whoever she wants. But we'll see. Lilith's AP probably running a little bit lower at this point. I don't remember if she popped bells on her first turn or not. She did not. So, okay, no. Her AP after that limit break is a little bit lower, only 15. Now, she could just pop bells right now, which is exactly what she's going to do. And then she could just stand still or pivot back to the high ground right there. So, we'll see. Bradley's up next. He's going to do what right here? He's going to step up. He's looking for Bartz, I believe. So, here's the danger. If you're Eresh, here is the way you lose. You step up to try to kill Bartz. You fail in that. Bartz lives. You get charmed. Bartz, Zazon, and your own unit turn on you and kill you in like a reverse 3v2. Still, I don't know. That seems far-fetched to me. We do get a reflex, so that will help. Calculated Rend is reflex. That's definitely one of the things that probably needed to happen here for the Bartz Zazon team to have a chance. So Bartz will get a turn here, 9,300 HP. He steps forward. Bartz is a very strong unit, probably one of the better free units we've ever gotten in the game, for sure. He does a lot of damage. And we got a nice bit of grouping right here by the enemy team. So he could go... Oh, he's going to just drop the limit break right here. So Blades of Legends come out. I still think Bartz was not meant to be the main carry of this team. I think Jaden was meant to be the main carry. And Bartz was meant to just add a little follow-up damage. But that LB one-shots the Bradley. Now, Bradley has courage. So the one-shot turns into, I'm just living with 1 health. But all of a sudden, this is a lot more interesting. Lorenzo's going to jump. So he's in the air. And his next attack will combo, elemental combo at least, with whatever Bradley does. Calculated Rend, 2 big hits onto Bartz. Does Lorenzo have the damage to take Bartz out from about 35-40% HP? The answer is yes, and courage remove. So Bartz is down. It is the Zazon 1v3. Zazon, die with honor, my friend. Die with honor. You're in a lot of trouble, brother. He moves to here. Lilith's turn next. What's Lilith going to do? I imagine she just steps forward and looks for damage. Like, you could absolutely play it safe as Arish right here. Shadowbind comes out. Is he immobilized? Tell me he's immobilized. It would just be fitting if he was immobilized. Bradley is pacing out. He is plenty scared. He's like, look, I'm barely hanging on right here. I'm going to re-courage myself, in fact. Now, it's Lorenzo's turn. I believe Lorenzo has the range to run up and jump. And if he jumps, it's pretty much guaranteed to hit because you got an immobilized target. He does not choose to do that. He just buffs. And you are perfectly safe to just stand right here. Let Lilith just rain her arrows. Here comes another one. Here comes another one. It's drain charge. That's lethal damage. Too. Yes, he was immobilized. So Eresh wins 2-1. Eresh. And I got to say, though, I really liked the idea. Of the Bartz Jaden combo team there. Yep. You bring in the follow-up attack. You have Jaden do AoE ranged attacks, and then Bartz just pops onto that, pops a little bit more damage. Very good against things like Courage, which there was a lot of on Eresh's team, and just very good in general for upping the damage on your ranged carries like Jaden. I've not seen that purposefully tried before. Like in a manual setting, I think. And I believe that's what we just saw right there. Almost saw. We didn't get to see it because, once again, Summer Lilith proving that she is a thing to be reckoned with.
For sure. Yeah, it seems like every time we see a Jaden show up in these manual matches, it's just to hit hard and hit fast out of the gate. But,
yeah,
Ranger has been, these Ranger jobs, these range jobs have been very common so far during this tournament. So maybe...
Well, and like... The mistake from Frenzy right there, what I don't think Frenzy realized was he thought, you immobilize me, I have Asuna, I'll be fine. So he starts channeling Asuna, but didn't look. And so the cast time was so long, it was below your next turn, which means you're like, I'm immobilized, still I'll do nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm unimmobilized, but I already did nothing. Uh-oh. Yeah, you see it sometimes, it's sad.
So yeah, Is there a win team that you would think about running?
Summer Jaden. I think Summer Jaden would be great here. Missile unit.
Okay, that's true.
Nice range. Elemental advantage. I think that'd be great. What do you run with that for like cost limited options though? Let's think about that. That's a good thing to talk about while we're waiting right here. So if you're going elemental with that team, if you're going wind element team, who are you bringing with you? You have Charisse. What's Charisse's cost? 870. Charisse is a 70 cost wind element missile unit. Now, I believe in my heart, I believe she's somebody that not a lot of people have built. At least you don't see her very much. But she does have Concentrate, which is a range 2 buff, and Hunter's Eye, which is range 1. So she can absolutely sit all the way back there with some kind of like AP restore and blast away. She has a Berserk attack, which is really cool. She has a CT down attack that's actually a square AoE and a range decrease attack. Charisse might be like really good right here. I'm just saying. What else does she have? Does she have anything?
Okay.
Huh. Wait, no, you have secret.
I got surprised here. That's all.
Okay.
And yes, I am sleepy. I apologize. It is very early in the morning for me. Even though it's 9 a.m. right now.
You are surprised.
Yes, I am surprised.
Uh-oh. By what? What I'm about to see?
Do my thumbs up here.
Okay.
I'm interested to see what else there is.
Well, now I'm curious. Show me. Show the world. Oh, slime. Slime. Now, slime is a very basically slime is something you play when you just want to play 2 of anything else.
Right.
This does not necessarily mean that Frenzy is breaking out a lightning team. I just got to make sure that like I get that out of the way. But if he is breaking out a lightning team, slime is so cheap. Like the cost on slime is 20.
It's the same
correct?
as Zazan, so
yeah.
Only 2 N units in the game.
It's Bradley, Stern, Slime. Interesting. Okay, I was going to say, you could go Elia the Alabaster, Slime, any other unit. So that would have been cool, and it would have been our first chance to see Elia and give her a chance to like flex that elements don't matter when your name is Elia the Alabaster. But that's not going to be the case. We're going to see Bradley on Bradley. I want to check again. Slime, bro, Slime, if you're in range of Lilith right here, you're dead. Don't do it, Slime. Don't get one shot. Don't just walk in here and get one shot. No, instead it's Shadowbind onto Stern. Hey, he does not get immobilized. Well, there it is, guys. Stern, Wing of Destiny, unimmobilized right there by that first attack. He does have a 10 base immobilized resist. Stern does. So there, and maybe he equipped White Cape. Maybe finally somebody just threw on a piece of gear that was like, good luck good luck getting me. So here we go. Poise, gonna come out right here from Bradley. There's the courage buff. Slime does have heal. So this damage onto Stern might not stick if Slime wants to go ahead and drop a heal right here. And maybe that's the play. Now, the problem with that as a play, we get the immobilized resistance buff or the immobilized immuning buff. I like that. So there we go. A good thing. Slime providing that support. I think Lilith probably needs to prioritize taking out that slime if she can find the range. I'm not sure if from up there she can shoot all the way to the back. So we'll see. Meanwhile, Lorenzo gonna step up. This is probably not a transposition play this time. I don't think we're gonna see the transposition ninjutsu stir play or play from Lorenzo here. Instead, it's going to be Keenblade, so giving himself a little boosted CT. King Bradley was going to go next anyway, I believe. So Bradley steps forward, probably looking at putting courage on himself right here. That's at least what I would anticipate. If he doesn't already have it, he might have already taken a turn. If that's the case, he'll probably use that agility TMR buff that he's been using all the time. No, it's courage. So physical damage up, and the courage buff, very good. Restores a little AP as well. Meanwhile, Frenzy's Bradley going to step up momentum. There's the haste. I've been waiting to, in my opinion, there's 2 versions of King Bradley. There's King Bradley and there's Hasted King Bradley. And Hasted King Bradley laps your team. Regular King Bradley can lap your team, but Hasted King Bradley is so annoying to deal with. Now, this is an interesting thing right here. Stern stepped forward. Stern stepped forward with less than 60% HP into Lorenzo and Lilith. If I'm Lilith right here, I am shooting Stern for sure. I'm going to try to kill him. My goal here is like, Bradley's going to get me. Bradley's going to be on top of my team before he's dead. But I can drop this big AoE damage right here, then run away. Good. I think that's the right play. Then Lorenzo can step out, jump into the air, which means he's unhittable by Bradley. And Stern might die. At least Stern might have to pop his re-raise. And if he does, then as long as your Bradley doesn't die, he can step out, kill him, and you're in a 3v2 with one of those 2 on the enemy team being Slime, whom you will just one-shot the first chance you get. Now, that was a lot of damage from the enemy Bradley right there. A lot of damage. It actually was one shot. But if you can do that back to him, pop his courage, 1 arrow from Lilith, it's over for him. So that's the play. Now the CT up might ruin that plan. In fact, the CT up does ruin that plan. So re-raise removal though from Lorenzo kills Stern. I forgot Lorenzo has re-raise removal. Slime has not full life, but Slime has raise. So Slime is going to try to use his electricity powers here. Well, he's out of range, I guess. He's just going to give himself his heal. Anyway, here in a second, Slime is going to try to use his electricity powers to bring Stern back from the dead.
If that raise lands, I will be shocked out of my head. Because
really?
Yes, because it never lands, and these units are probably running 50 Faith.
Oh man, yeah, it could be. It could be. We'll see. Calculated Rin for Lorenzo. That's a kill. So Lorenzo, who's not in the air, very susceptible to dying from things. But that Stern is, or that Bradley's in a lot of trouble right here. Not this Bradley, not Eresh's Bradley, but instead, I mean, the other Bradley, Frenzy's Bradley, because Lilith's just one arrow. The reflex is a thing. Let's not forget. And there it is. Yeah, reflex is a thing. It's like I could just see it coming. Bradley unveils his third eye and says, "Not today, Lilith." And he reflexes the auto attack to survive. So RNG definitely in Frenzy's favor at this point. And Bradley now has to decide what he's going to do. He's going to go Calculated Rin on the Lilith. So that's a kill. She did not have Courage online. So it's currently a 1v2. Now that one is this Bradley. Can he get in range to kill Slime? He needs to kill Slime. Slime needs to die right here. This is a kill. I mean, it's a double kill. Courage pops with the self-heal, so that's whatever. But Slime could go kill him right here. Slime actually, any damage would kill him. So, well, he has Courage again, but Slime might also go for the raise. We'll see. We'll see. That reflex for Bradley, game saving. Absolutely game saving. Yeah. Because if that doesn't happen, Lilith is still alive. And we're in a whole different world. But maybe Eresh gets a counter reflex right here that changes the game. We'll see. He does still have Courage. Actually, he won't even get a chance because Bradley's out of AP. So Bradley has to put his own Courage back on. And now, Justin, let's see if you are shocked by a raise landing. Be shocked. There it is.
Of course.
Yeah, there. So, Frenzy gets all of the RNG procs on his side in this fight. Reflex proc, raise from Slime, and now it's over. He's just toying with him at this point, even running around. You just drop your damage right here and move on. Shuriken even uses just Shuriken. That's pretty cool. You don't see that very much. Now, here's Bradley's path back into this game. You double kill the Slime and the Stern, who have actually set themselves up to both be hit by a Calculated Rin. And then you reflex the enemy.
It won't work. That other Bradley still has Courage up.
I know. So you got to reflex him twice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
what you do. Yeah, that's the plan. Also, don't move. Okay. The movement right there was a mistake, because if he doesn't move, he would then be able to reflex this move right here, which he did not, and then go kill Slime. And then Bradley's out of AP, so then you kill him, and then you reflex again. That was like the only path, I think. Anyway, there we go. GG. Frenzy finds the RNG. The dice roll comes up 20 for him twice, and he pushes us to a round 5, or a match 5. Right? 2-2?
It is 2-2, yes. So we are going into the final match here.
There we go. Like we said, it's usually either a sweep or the 5th match comes around. Yeah. So there we go. We are going to match 5. You guys, you're getting your money's worth today. Everybody who walked in here and paid to see this show, you're getting full.
You're getting your 100 scrolls worth.
Yeah, there you go. 100 scrolls worth. Which...
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a pretty much set in stone that Eresh is not going to change his composition. So
I would say so.
It's been 4 matches so far for him. Wait. No, it's been 4, 5, 6 matches. Yes. Exact same. Well, the Lorenzo's new. But exact same comp basically the whole time.
Yeah.
But the thing is it worked sort of last time. It's worked sort of before with another team. So is Frenzy going to switch it up again? Does he have another team set up ready to go?
If he's got wind, just run it.
You think so? You think it's worth going? Because I mean, he won this last one because of RNG, right?
Luck.
So
yes. Now it's not pure luck, because you do have to set the ability, right? You do have to turn the ability on. It's part of the kit, so it's not like a sports game or something where you walk in there and the enemy just like completely fumbles the ball 17 times. No, he played it well enough to win. But if Bradley does not reflex that arrow from Lilith, he's dead. He then does not kill Lilith, 100-0. And even if the raise from Slime lands, it's a 3v2.
I think that raise, although good RNG, I don't think it would have changed the outcome at all.
No, not if Bradley doesn't reflex. I don't think so either. No way. Like, and Lilith full committed to that. Lilith spent her range stat essentially to walk up to auto Bradley for the kill. And
yeah.
Oof.
Probably would have been better because she was low AP anyway.
Yeah, she needed
may have been better to just run it back. Maybe run up on the other wall there.
And pop bells or something.
Yeah. Or use any ability, any buff at all.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't like it. The win was right in front of him. Like, that's the thing. Like, the shortest path to victory was right there. Run up, auto attack, and I win. And so I don't like hate the play.
That's true. It's unfortunate.
It's just reflex happens. You wonder if trust stones have like reaction block.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna go look at maybe one thing that Lilith lacks. Summer Lilith. Maybe we found the chink in her armor, which is so in her dream ability and in her master ability, she does not have reaction block. No reaction block right in there. We know she has the immobilize 25. Like, she has that plus 25% chance to immobilize, and we've seen that in spades today. It's been the most powerful thing of the day besides reflex. But
they're typing here. Okay, I got a room number.
Yeah, there is no reaction block rate in her kit at all. None. So, yep, nothing. So, okay, that's it. So that bit her reaction block rate, very important in the modern version of the game, because otherwise Bradley's, can't hit what you can't see over here, and Bradley's dancing.
So what do you think? What do you think? Do you think Frenzy changed it up?
Frenzy's been very willing to change it up. If I'm Frenzy, I go back to the Jaden team.
Okay.
I think that Jaden team was a great idea.
Incorrect.
Lilith again. Okay. It could be Lilith, Jaden, Bartz. No.
I mean, that's true. Well, no, that can't be, because you need an MR, and that's overcost anyway.
So it could be Lilith, Bartz, something. No, too much magic. I just love the idea of playing the Bart's follow-up attack. Again, like, that follow-up attack is also kind of cancel courage.
Okay, we're looking at... Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at a Lilith, Slime, and...
Jaden?
Possibly a Jaden. I think it's possible.
2981 magic. It's magic. If it's a slime, it's magic slime. Yeah. I mean, Eresh is just going to run it down. Like, this is his thing. It's game 5 of the finals. You don't go to the bench. You just say, here, I got this. And I'm bringing what I got.
The polls have been pretty much leaning towards Erish the entire time. And this one that just popped up is 50% split.
And you know what? You know what Frenzy did is he went to his tank comp. He went to the Dialdo team. The Dialdo Galzak team. It got him a win once, but I don't think, like, again, Dialdo, you can't really immobilize Dialdo, so that's a thing. Actually, if anybody in the game could immobilize Dialdo, it's Lilith, because she has the boosted chance that, like, half overrides his his resistance. He's got 50 resist, she's got 25 increased chance. So if somebody could do it, it's her. But I don't know. Once again, I guess here's my question, right? Can Bradley and Lorenzo run past Dialdo to get to your Lilith? Once Lilith dies, I mean, you know what though? Dialdo's so OP. Like, Dialdo's such a good unit that maybe if you sacrifice your whole team to get to Lilith, and maybe you also like aren't able to chunk a Dialdo down, he could probably just run up on Lilith and punish her. Now, that was I think an interesting thing just happened here as well. Frenzy's Lilith stepped forward. Did she go for the immobilize right there? I didn't see the name of the move.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
So she just walked up and shot Erish's Lilith.
She did get immobilized.
And the immobilize landed.
In the back, too.
I couldn't see. It was off screen. So Lilith does start this match immobilized. I still have not seen this Lorenzo use haste yet. I wonder if, and I'm going to check on this right now while the teams are setting up. What sub job does Lorenzo need to run? Is there a benefit to him running a sub job besides Time Mage here? Maybe that's what I'm missing. If he runs his Dragoon sub job, You have a bravery debuff and a move jump buff. So there's no real benefit to that. Lancer gives you another immobilize attack, a slow attack, but all short range stuff. High Mage is the sub job to run here for sure. I'm just surprised we haven't seen him using haste. Like, I feel like that's something he could do as he's walking out there closing the gap. Now, maybe he just has his turn order figured out in such a way that he feels like he doesn't need or want to do that. And maybe that's what we're looking at. I don't know. We'll see. Dialdo's messing around right now, seeing what he's going to do. He's probably thinking, with the Lilith immobilized, why would I step out into her range? I will just let this kind of play out for a little bit. Rain arrows with my Lilith for a while. We'll see. Lorenzo's turn next. He is going to transpose. Run out there, Lorenzo, right next to Bradley, and then transpose and just swap spaces by one spot. Nope. He's gonna go protect reaction block, right? And then start running forward. Not gonna meme it up today, I guess. Now it's his Lilith's turn. Lilith can pop some bells right here. Make sure her AP restore. Make sure her AP is in line. She already popped it. Okay. Yeah. So she's just waiting for this to wear off. She's going to go smoke screen, which is an evasion buff with a defense buff on it, trying to survive this. So Frenzy's Lilith can hit Eresh's Lilith, and this difference in range could be the difference in the fight. Now, interesting option right here by Frenzy. If what I'm thinking just happened, is he choosing to take no action? Because look what happens if he does. If he takes no action, it's his turn again right after Bradley, but I don't know what he would be thinking if he was doing that. I feel like I don't know what's going on right here. It's the limit break. No, it's Shadow Bind on Lorenzo. Did he get it? Yeah, he did. Man, immobilized, man. Immobilized. Like, who would have thought that immobilized would be the thing? Now, Bradley is feeling very 1v3 right now. He's feeling very much like, come on, guys. Look, guys, please. I need some help right here. I know I'm a broken unit. I know I'm really strong, but can anybody please come help me out? He's going to pop that AoE resist agility buff for himself. He's going to walk forward. If he moved to there, the entire enemy team would go before he went again. Can they kill him? I don't know, especially with courage online. I really just don't know. We'll see. We are going to get the Silence Charm Immobilize Nullify right there with that TMR buff from Galzak onto Dialdo. So Dialdo feeling a little bit safer to start running forward now. Galzak also steps to the side. Again, with the enemy range unit being immobilized, you do just have such a feeling of safety. And I wonder if Eresh is wishing he ran a little bit more range on the Lilith at this point, because this will be now her third turn where she's been unable to shoot anybody. She just chooses to do nothing. She's just going to stand there. That's fine. Save that CT. Get your next turn as soon as you can. All right, Dialdo steps forward, 15,398 HP worth of magic tank right here. He's looking at Bradley. This could be the limit break, looking to get his regenerate online. Again, looking to kind of sustain himself a little bit. Here we go. We're thinking, hey, guess what? Eresh says, you're not the only one who can reflex stuff, my friend. And his Bradley pulls out the reflex. Clutch, clutch, clutch. Now, can Frenzy... What's this going to do? This Lilith is the key to this fight. Shadowbind comes out.
I don't think it landed.
I don't think it did.
It did.
It did. It did.
Well, either way.
Of course. Yeah. Now, Bradley can take advantage of some CT up moves right here. Try to boost his turn orders enough that he just, out turns this thing. That's big damage onto the tank right there. 4,900 with that defense down. Unfortunately for him, Lorenzo is not in range to follow up on that. Lilith will be, because Lilith can start moving about again. And if I'm Eresh, I need to move that Lilith out of the corner somehow. The enemy Lilith. Unfortunately, with my Bradley being permanently stuck right there, she has no incentive to move yet. So do I pivot my Lilith to the right, trying to just kind of shift this fight? Or do I run her up here, make her into a potential target, but start raining damage? She lands the poison. All right, now, I got to say something about this poison. Poison is overwritten by Regenerate. Dialdo can just pop his limit break, give himself Regenerate, that poison goes away, and now he's regenerating HP. So that could be a problem, but I do like the thought. Poison is very effective against a big tank like this. Law of Alleviation is going to come out from Galzak. 5,000 point heal right there. So feeling a lot better now. is Dialdo. We're finally going to get a guard haste cast by Lorenzo. He finally decides to lean into that time mage a little bit. And now it's Bradley's turn. Can Bradley hit Galzak right here? Did Galzak mess up and walk into Bradley's range? Maybe? Can Calculated Rend, like, I don't know where. No, it can't. Calculated Rend is only going to hit the Dialdo. It does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Let's see where Dialdo's sitting after this. He's poisoned, but I would not be shocked at all if he pops his limit break right here just to undo that poison. He's going to step back onto that ledge. He's still in range. Like, that ledge does not save you from the ranger unit right here. Knight's Blessing will give you that shield, but the poison procs for 2309. I don't know, man. Okay, Lilith. She's proven to have the range before to hit that ledge from that other ledge, but she instead is going to step up a little bit. If she could kill Dialdo right here, that's going to feel really, really good for Eresh's team. So what's she thinking? She's got haste. She's going to go Drain Charge, 2627. The shield definitely saves him, but a little bit of healing right there for Lilith is going to feel good. Now, it's Lorenzo's turn again. Lorenzo's still immobilized. He's chilling. He's going to start channeling another haste. It is Lilith's turn, 77 AP. Frenzy's Lilith is going to be great for AP the rest of the fight. This is only her second turn with bells on. She's not AP, no problem right here. She can go Limit Break. She can go Binding Shot. She can go Poison Arrow. Any of those things are on the table, but it's starting to close in. The walls are starting to close. You have one carry. It's a ranged unit, and all of a sudden the enemy team is closing the gap. Your tank is sitting there, low HP and poisoned. You do have a support unit. Barrier Break Arrow. So she goes for damage. She says, I'm just going to try to DPS my way out of this. Big damage onto the back line right there. It's Bradley's turn. Does Bradley have a range height 2 move? Can Bradley hit Dialdo while Dialdo's standing up there? I don't know. But this should be Bradley has another option he could do as well. He's gonna. I wondered about this. I thought maybe he could actually hit him from there, and it turns out he can. A little bit unlucky for the Bradley that the reaction heal procs. So that's something. But okay, we've seen this movie before. Lilith is gonna step forward looking to finish somebody off. She goes Drain Charge onto the Galzak. That will kill him, and it will give her a lot of HP back, which is nice. So okay, 2v3. And one of those two is a very low HP Dialdo. Does Bradley go for the Lilith or the Dialdo? He goes for the Dialdo. That's a kill. Dialdo down, CT up for Bradley. He has 8 AP left. Lorenzo's turn. This is Lorenzo's last turn immobilized. So he will be able to move around, take a little bit of action after this turn is over. But until then, he's just going to be chilling for at least one more.
I'm going to call
Dragon's Eye. Huh?
I said I'm going to call it.
You calling it? You think Eresh has got this? Or do you think
without
that
a
Lilith,
doubt, unless we see a 10 reflex in a row?
Now, Lilith, she has at least one immobilized left. If I'm Lilith right here, if I'm trying to Lilith my way out of this, I'm immobilizing Bradley right now with my limit break. I'm just going to pop that out. I'm going to just make him stand right there. And then I'm going to run as far away as I can, which is not very far.
That's true.
And then hope. She has reflex. Lilith has reflex. So never sleep on the reflex. So here's step one. We gotta immobilize somebody. She's gonna go for the Bradley. This will pretty much guaranteed land the immobilize, I think. 4679 damage, missile attack resist debuff, and the immobilized. So he's low HP, but other Lilith is on the hunt. She's gonna counter with her own immobilizing move right here. So here we go. Do. One frame at a time, and 2508 damage. Not a ton of damage right there, but guess what? Immobilized. Blink of an eye for Bradley. Give himself a little missile resist, trying to live through whatever Lilith is going to bring next, and the chance for the counter attack to proc. Lorenzo moving up, but it will be Eresh's Lilith's turn next, and Eresh's Lilith is probably going to look to try to take her down. Guard haste comes out, defense buff with the haste. Okay, I'm sorry. It's actually Frenzy's Lilith's turn next. Now, here's what you got to do, Frenzy. You got to kill that Lilith right now. Lilith's got to die. Do you have the range? Can you do it? She's thinking. Bradley can't hit you. She goes for the Bradley, though. Going to pop the Bradley's courage and give Bradley that CT up. So Bradley's going to, I don't know, man. There's one less immobilized turn. Bradley will be unimmobilized by the time it is, he'll just probably the courage, though. That's the bad news right there. That's why I was thinking you got to kill the Lilith first. Because I feel like Lilith is actually the biggest threat right here. She's going to continue to just, like, rain arrows from afar no matter what. Drain Charge comes out. Again, she can, like, heal herself a little bit here. Not a huge heal. And I will say there's a lot of missile resistance on this Lilith from Frenzy. but 10 turns left. I don't know if she even has the turns in the inner pocket anymore to win this thing, but we'll find out. Lorenzo kind of has nothing to do here.
What I would like to see is Lorenzo run to the corner and then switch places with Bradley. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. I don't know. There's a cast time on it, right? I don't think the cast time would ever work out, but
there is a cast time for sure. Okay, Bradley's going to do what? Preemptive miss. So there's that agility AoE resist buff. And then Lilith. Okay, she steps back. She's going to step 1 square higher. Armor break arrow. There's the big damage. There's the kill. And Eresh picks up the win. GG, Eresh. Congratulations, sir. You have qualified for the grand finals in December. Congratulations. Lilith carried you the whole way, man. That was an awesome Lilith Bradley team. Not what I expected to see at all, but I am very, very, very impressed by the Lilith. I would say that the tank, we talked earlier in the day how like tanks kind of weren't great in manual PvP. I would say that played out. Still, Bradley, very, very strong. We did not end up seeing any Alaya, which might be because either they haven't built her yet, being a brand new unit, or just that there was so much earth, didn't want to risk the elemental weakness. But still, Eresh, congratulations. And also congratulations to Frenzy as well, making it to the finals. Had to beat Eileen to make it to the finals, which was no easy task.
Yeah. But yes, congratulations, Eresh. That was quite a finals match. I think it was well fought, you know, really up against the RNG there, but came out victorious.
Yes. I am really wishing at this point that I had invested a little bit more into Summer Lilith. I'm very, very impressed by her. She's still available. Okay.
Yes.
Well, maybe it's time.
I mean, you are doing a PvP consultation, a manual PvP consultation. So there you go.
That's true. Man. Okay. So we are having interviews with both players from the finals. So those will be coming here in just a second. We got to get them into the chat rooms and all of that. And yeah.
Yes, congratulations. That was you know, I was thinking about this while you were casting there. I feel like this was the most auto-like manual tournament that we've seen. Not a lot of weird shenanigans or weird stuff going on. It was just longer.
Yeah. Yeah. Range dominated this. And we did talk about seeing some missile teams in the beginning of the stream. And in my mind, when I think of missile teams, I think of Alaya, I think of Eliza, I think of Jaden. Summer Lilith, man. I feel like every time there is a every time there's a manual event, I am surprised by her power. By something new's power, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And this time it was Summer Lilith for sure.
All right, we've got the tournament.
So I see you. Yeah.
The bracket here. Let me center it.
There we go. Now it's pretty.
Erish Melt, first place winner of the Ovis Cup. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
Very well earned. And we'll be doing an interview with him or them. I'm not sure. We'll be doing an interview with Erish here very shortly, getting it all set up, ready to go. Usually what seems to happen is people have issues with their microphone or something else.
Oh, yeah. always assume microphone issues.
Right. It's like sort of not quite the same issue, but you remember back in the day when people would like call into the radio and they would have like the radio in the background and there'd be like a weird feedback thing.
They echo themselves. Or like, I think the most popular one on like internet shows is people don't realize there's a little bit of a delay. And so they call into the show and then they wait for the show to be like, okay, I've got Justin on the line. And they said it like 30 seconds ago. Yeah. But since you're watching the stream, you just saw it. Oh, hello?
Yeah.
Am I live?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so there we go. All right. Are we jumping into an interview now?
Let's get ready and then we'll wait for them to join. So
okay, I will mute myself in Zoom and head to Discord.
All right. Let me check this real quick.
Overall, how much? Okay, I'm gonna go take a look at the summer banners.
Okay.
How many more days do we have on summer banners right now? How many more?
I think it ends this week.
We got 3 more days, and there's that 9-step banner that guarantees you one of the units and 120 shards.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I don't know. It's tempting, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the 100 million gil pull right now. I just clicked it. Let's see what I get.
Okay.
But as soon as the interview starts, I'll just stop caring about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Eresh,
Hello.
congratulations. Okay, first of all, are we saying your name right? Is it Eresh? Is it Eresh? How do you say it?
Oh, both were fine.
Okay.
Friday.
Gotcha. Well, Eresh, congratulations on that first place win, and congratulations on convincing the whole world that Summer Lilith is an incredibly good unit.
That was my god. That was my god.
You're like, win or
That was
lose,
very
I'm
fun.
just flexing Summer Lilith.
Yeah, I think she's really good. I use her too in my JVJ team battle too.
Oh, that's good. Interesting.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations on your win. It was very well fought. It's interesting that you used the same composition for the entire tournament. Did you have another one ready to go, or were you just really focused on this one?
I switched a little bit with Mont and Lorenzo, so that was the only switch. But I had some other plans that I thought of if I were to go against one team, for example. So
a win team,
a nice team. If I were to go against a one team, yes,
okay,
I would have switched, but otherwise I was not planning to switch at all from the tournament.
So did you have like an ice missile team ready or something like that?
Yes, a bit like that. Planning to use Valaid as my hammer and lower, and I had an Elisa and a Victoria too.
Okay.
Ready to go, but not my strongest, sadly.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like I was expecting to see somebody pull out like a Summer Jaden or something against you at some point. Just something to try to bring out some wind, deal with this like Earth team that you have run in. Because okay, we didn't see your first matches of the day, like the ones that were off stream. Did you run the Earth team in those matches as well?
Yeah, I ran it to the same team that I used in the semifinals. So
okay, there we go.
Well, so during your finals matches here, were you getting a little nervous at some point? You know, you were up against a lot of reflexes and stuff.
Yeah. The first one was devastating, sadly. I think that cost me the win in the first match.
You think what won the first match?
That the reflexes cost me the win, yes.
Yeah.
Also, you were really up against that immobilize. You got your Lilith got immobilized quite heavily.
Yeah. I mean, I use it too, so I know.
That's right. You like have to do bad about it, you know.
So that was not the part I was most mad about. So.
Did you have any gear that could have nullified immobilize? Like, do you have a white cape or something you could have brought in? Something that could have just countered that a little?
I have a Summer Keaton TMR, but in the second match, I didn't expect to see a Summer Limit, so I didn't brought it. And in the last match, when I wasn't really expecting it, I could have put it the TMR, but I did not run it. I did not put any run on it, so.
Got you. Yeah, that makes it. Yeah, you're not bringing a 0 Trust Stone TMR into this. No way.
Yeah, I hesitated a bit with TMR on my King Bradley. I put the Rizal TMR on it, because at some point, I hesitated. Oh, sorry. I hesitated to switch the TMR on my Bradley at some point, but didn't do that because my other TMR that I was considering was not around. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, is there anybody I think we always ask, is there anybody you want that like helped you practice that you want to give a special shout out to? Anything like that?
I guess Shoko-sama's. Yes, Shoko-sama, he helped me a bit. And Takumi, a member of our community, yes, he also helped me a bit on my semi-final matches because he's quite good with the water element. So I asked him for some pointers.
Okay.
I see. Interesting. So are you excited to be part of the world finals here?
Oh, yes. Very interesting to participate in it.
Can we expect a Summer Lilith to appear out in December?
In December? Yeah. I should consider it, yes, at some point.
Okay.
All right.
I think.
Now, Summer Jaden was the unit you chose to like have a picture of. Did you have a Summer Jaden team ready?
No, I do not have an him. I love him for. I love the sprite, so that's why I pick him.
But yes, it's very nice.
It just so happened that at the time that he came out, about the first time and with a rerun, I just was in zero visual, so can't put him.
That'll happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, any last words that you would like to have?
I guess a shout out to our community, the Crystal Lumina community.
Okay.
And I think that's all I have to say about it.
Okay.
All right. Well, once again, yeah, go ahead.
And to all of the other French player that still plays again, that listen to this interview, I guess.
You want to say something to them in French?
Yeah. Merci les gars et j'espère que ça vous a plu. Bye. I guess that should be my message to them.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations again. We're going to go do our interview with the second place winner, so maybe you want to stick around and listen to that. Maybe some interesting information there as well.
Yeah. I'll be lurking on the stream.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Cool. Yep. Congratulations.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. So, okay, that was interesting. So he had an ice missile team ready to go if somebody pulled out a wind team to counter. I think that's smart. Like that was definitely the play there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're running one element that hard, I guess you kind of have to expect to set up your own counter.
Yes. Absolutely.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, we can very clearly. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for choosing me to participate at the tournament.
So, Fritzy, so close. One match away.
Yeah, that's true. But also, that was deserved for my opponent because I had too many reflexes.
Well, hey, it's very nice of you to admit that.
I would feel a little bit ashamed if I had a win with all the reflexes.
Hey, you know what? It happens though. Now I have okay. I think the first question I wanted to ask is: did you have a wind team that you could have gone to? Because you were full committed to playing Earth. At least for like game 5, did you have a wind team or something that you could have pulled out?
I had Summer Jaden at 140. I could technically use him.
But
I feel a little bit stupid to not use it. But I was persistent to use my Earth team because I am also a main Earth player.
Okay.
So I wanted to try the Earth team.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'd say I do agree with the idea of just playing comfort in the finals. Like if it's game 5 of the finals, play what you're comfortable with, right? So if you're an Earth main, if Earth is what you know, yeah, absolutely. Stay Earth and just try to go for it. I actually thought that 5th match, it looked not very close because there was a time when you had only Lilith left, but I thought it was actually very close. Like your Lilith had a chance there at the end.
Yeah, I think I made for sure some mistakes, but because when I was thinking, I thought I saw that my turn time was running out, so I was like, oh no, oh no, I need to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, I got another question for you. The Jaden team, was that a Jaden follow-up attack team?
Yes, it was intended to be like that. I tried some testing, and the only way to make sure Bart's went to do the follow-up attack is to place on the other opposite side. But the main problem is he doesn't have the affinity bonus because they are too far away. So they were a little bit slow. That's why the opponent team went first.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Well, now, are you going to be participating in the what are they called? The second attempt, the second try tournaments?
For the auto or for the manual?
For
Either
the manual.
For
Either way, yeah.
Okay. I think not, but because I will probably going to be more busy with my life. I need to study.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with participating with this tournament. I never thought I would be make here.
Well, that's awesome too.
I mean, you got second place.
And you beat my team, which was, I mean, pretty impressive.
That's true.
Can I be honest with you? When I went with that with my team, my Sally Valentine didn't have any trust stones. It had something like 6,000 HP.
I should have probably tried to kill her, I guess.
I forgot to put the trust stones.
Yeah, that was exciting. So is there anything that you wish you would have done differently over these last few matches in the finals?
For sure, went to go with the wind team.
Yeah.
That would be probably the best choice.
So the interview that we just had, he was saying that he had an ice missile team ready to go if you brought out a wind team.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. But if you'd have brought it out in game 5, he wouldn't have had a chance to counter it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Still, it's hard to go back and treat things that way. So
yeah.
Good run. Game 5 of the finals is a really good run.
It was an honor to participate.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great.
So is anybody you want to give a shout out to, or anybody that helped you prepare that sort of thing?
A shout out to my guild and my guild mates for Hydra, an Italian guild.
Okay.
Nice.
So the other person gave a shout out in French. If you want to do one in Italian, I think that would be fine as well.
Okay, wait a moment.
Okay.
E andiamo per Hydra.
Nice.
Perfect. So yeah, it was a good match. It was an honor to have you on, and like you said, it was an honor to participate. So yes, thank you very much. Any last words before we end the interview here today?
I think not. I don't have anything else to say. Being honest.
Okay, well, it was a good match. It was very entertaining, and you fought very well. 5 matches is very respectable in the finals. Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right. Switching on over here.
And
all right, we're back here.
Yes.
Yeah, very interesting. Right. So he had a win team, sort of. I would have liked to have seen. I mean, I think Summer Jaden would have been a very good pick on that map. So.
Oh yeah. Well, and you could have run like most of the. I don't know if you don't have what else do you run? I guess if you feel like you don't have anything to pair it with, it would be a little
right.
It would be a little intimidating, especially if you didn't prepare something, and if you're main Earth player and you're like, I don't know, I'm just gonna play what I feel comfortable with. I get all that. It does make sense, but yeah,
for sure.
Something. I mean, because that one, I mean, the winner played Earth.
Yep.
Every fight, every match. So man,
you know, it's been interesting so far in these manual battle tournaments. Is every time I've gone in, I've sort of tried to anticipate who I might see, and it's been completely different every single time.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Like we didn't see Anaya at all this time.
No, not at all. I still think Elia the Alabaster does okay. Even into like those, or you figure out a way to keep her from being immobilized. She walks in there and just punches everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know though. We'll see. You would.
All right. So let's take a look here at. These are the prizes and the gifts. So first place winner is going to get a nice trophy there and in-game title. And then of course we just had the interview. Second place is going to get an in-game title as well. So yeah, congratulations to both of them. So we had our milestone here. So be sure to go watch the videos, share the link around. Give some energy into the views here. It would be amazing if we could all get these rewards. So please do that. Share the video around. Go watch it. You've got 10 days to rack up the views on these. So please do so. We've got the secret keyword here, which I've seen a couple questions. I'm going to bring it up again here. So there it is. The secret keyword is triplet. You are going to have a very limited amount of time to fill out this form. So do it right now. Do it immediately. It's going to close within minutes. So get it filled out. You don't have a second chance. So do it now. Go enter the word triplet. So yeah. Any surprises while people fill this out from the tournament?
No. I mean, besides how dominant Summer Lilith was and how unable anybody was to figure out something to do about it. I'd say that's the thing. Like the reason you play a best of series, like when you watch esports, for example, in game one, a lot of times you get surprised, but very rarely does that surprise carry you the whole way. Most of the time, especially in best of 5 series, your opponent makes some kind of adjustment, and I'm just surprised we didn't see an adjustment made. That'd be my biggest surprise.
Yeah, for sure. That's true. So next up here, we're looking at potentially 3 Visogenic Antlers. You are rarity for hitting 5,000 members. I don't know exactly what we're at. We're at 4,000 something. So
yeah, over 4K.
Yeah, we're over 4,000. So join the Discord, please, and ask everybody else to join the Discord as well. I know a lot of people are really wanting those Visogenic Antlers. So get it done and join, please.
Yep. I need all of the Visogenic Antlers. Right. Every single one.
I feel like I haven't dived too far into the 140s yet. I just feel scared to commit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I don't, and that's why I'm out of antlers.
Indeed.
I'm like, oh, I want to play this unit today. I have a couple of these. Let's use them. Oh, I'm out. Shoot.
Yeah.
And that's sort of my whole thought process.
All right, and coming up, we have Auronnj's Manual Battle PvP consultation featuring Ready Player Will. This is going to be on September 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific Time. PDT, that's PDT.
And September 30th is 2 Saturdays from now. Not next Saturday, but the following Saturday.
Oh, okay. So I'm getting word hot off the wire here that the current subscribers to the Discord is 4,883. So we only need 120 people.
We're so close. We could make that. We got to make that.
Yes. So let's get 120 people in, please. We need those Visogenic Antlers.
Be the easiest 3 antlers we ever got.
Right. So yeah, anyway, backtracking here, you can sign up to have a live consultation on the live stream. You can be one of 5 people that are selected. You need to fill out the form though in the descriptions down below. So please go fill that form out. There'll also be an active channel available on the Discord that you can chat in, potentially get your questions answered or get a shout out from Jayy himself on the live stream.
Yeah.
Go hang out there during the live stream as well. It's going to be on September 30th.
Yep, and I've done some things with Will in the past, and they've always been a whole lot of fun. Like, he's a really cool guy to hang out with, and so we'll have, no matter what we do, we're going to have a great time on that live stream.
Extremely knowledgeable about the game, knows every in and out of it. So,
Will, yeah, he does. Yep. I got all these cheat sheets. Like, when I'm doing these, I just have so many, like, windows open with, like, info that I have kind of ready to go. And so I'm always browsing those. Will's got stuff locked in his brain, man.
Indeed. There's a lot to remember in this game, so it is quite a feat. So the Auto Battle Tournament Last Chance Qualifier is going to be coming up, the Saiga Cup. And the registration for that is going to be September 23rd. So I think that's like next Monday or Tuesday. So be sure to check out the Discord, join the Discord. And that is going to be held on October 21st.
Now, is that only for people who have previously played?
I believe anybody can enter.
Okay. Anybody can enter. So, good opportunity.
Also, people that previously participated. So.
Okay. So, it's just basically, it's another chance. It's a last chance for everybody to get in here and try, even if you already have tried once before.
Indeed.
I like it.
So, yeah, sign up for that. Sign-ups are going to be on September 23rd. Other than that, that's all the information that I had to get through. So yes, it was a very high energy tournament. And thank you as always, Auronnj, for your lovely casting. You do a tremendous job.
This was one of the rare ones where it's a time of the day where I'm actually like normally awake and going to be awake for a lot longer.
Right.
I
was gonna say I'm gonna probably go to sleep. In the next few minutes. I wanted to bring this up really quick though. So not this one, this one. So the Saiga Cup. Oh, so we're actually, it looks like we're going to be doing it other languages during that as well.
Yeah, it's in Chinese as well, isn't it?
It's at midnight Pacific time, it looks like. Oh, it's going to be a rough one for you.
That's a rough one for me, yes.
And then the other one, they're both at midnight.
Disgusting. But okay. Just
all right.
You'll mean it. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. I will just get a nap in on those days for sure. I will make sure I come in extra refreshed.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's going to do it from us today. So thank you very much for joining the Ovis Cup, and thank you to the participants, and congratulations again, Erish, on your win. Well fought. It was very exciting. Thank you everybody for showing up in chat. You've only got a few moments here to fill in that form to get your 100 Scrolls of Vicissitude, so don't forget. But yeah, that's going to do it from us. Live from the US, casting here the Ovis Cup for the European tournament. So yes, we will see you all again for the Saiga Cup next month. And farewell and have a nice day. Bye everybody.
Adios. See ya.